shades from you fall down and make me a new kind of like blue, and I feel more like myself. Well, I'm so colorful now. Ooh, watch the shades from you fall down and make me a new kind of like blue, and I feel more like myself. Well, I'm so colorful now. So colorful now.
He only likes her because she's old. She's probably like 25.
37 years. Well, I'm so colorful now. Shades from you fall down and make me a new kind of like blue.
But now you will be
I feel
gone.
more like myself. Well, I'm so colorful now. Watch the shades from you fall down and make me a new kind of like blue. I feel more like myself. Well, I'm so colorful now.
Silence. She looks deep into my eyes, remain silent. The problems in her head pile up. Again and again she tells me how sick she is. Everything is so hard for her. Why don't you just tell me? Everything could be so simple, but you want to make it difficult for yourself, for yourself, for yourself.
He only likes her because she's old. She's probably like 25.
Hello my dears and where's Girbeagly love?
Punched me in the boob.
Teaching free.
Holy crap. Wow. Gosh, it's weird to be back. Hello, late night gang. It's been a bit, huh? It's good to be here.
So
Oh my
sad.
gosh,
I'm so very,
holy
very
cow.
sad.
Guys, my
There's
event
always something like
viewer
this.
is broken on my side because of course it is. So if I miss any of the support that's come through,
No, why would I get fat?
it's just the way that it's going to be. I'm sorry
What
about
makes me
that.
fat?
I really appreciate the understanding. I don't really even know how to start tonight's stream. There's just so much. I've been gone. I've been gone for like a really long time. I don't know. It's been like 3 weeks, something like that. It's been
He only likes her because she's
Like,
old. She's probably like
just been such a mess.
25.
So
5 years, 3, and family less than 3 at a time. 5 years has brought a lot of storms and a lot of rainbows, and I'm so glad to have been a part of this
I like that
community
after
going
the
through my
huge
journey.
sub message
Cheers
that we
to
got a
5 years,
copy
and I'm sure
pasta.
many
Like
more
it's
on
the
this wild ride. Much
it,
love to
it
you,
does
Ryan.
it does the
Morgan.
resub message does look like a copy pasta there. I appreciate this, everybody. I'll catch up here on some thank yous and such in a moment. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I know this is like a weird start time, weird day, like day after a holiday kind of thing. People are like out, people are traveling. The weather sucks. Everyone's depressed because the sun goes down at fucking 4 p.m. But it's good to be here. I need to like introduce some level of like normalcy back into what I'm doing. And being live, I'm not going to be live for long tonight, just as a heads up. It's probably only going to be an hour or two. But I'm really grateful to have everyone here. Let me say some hellos. Let me get that going, and then I'll get on camera, and then I'll have to hold myself accountable for content or something like that. So we'll see what happens tonight. But thank you so much for joining me. If I, you know the drill. It hasn't been that long. I mean, it's almost been a month, though. That's kind of fucking crazy. I'll go over some stuff, some serious stuff, some not so serious stuff, some exciting stuff. We'll see what happens here tonight. But y'all, thank you for being here. Yeah, once I'm on camera, then I have to be entertaining. We'll see what happens. Austin, thank you so much for joining. Gray, so good to have you here. Remy, hello. Xander, Sean, hello. Wheelo, thank you for the 5-month resub. By the way, if I miss you the first time, I'll get you the second time. And if I say hi to you twice because I'm absent-minded, because I will be, my brain is basically baked in trauma at the moment. I'll make sure that you know you're extra super special if I say hi to you twice, though. All right, that's just the way it goes. Kim, so good to have you here. Ephraim, thank you so much for joining. Chrissy, hello, hi. It's so good to see so many familiar names here in the chat. Xander with the 37 years. Oh my gosh, right? It's not months here anymore. It's years. Tiny Monster, so good to have you. Welcome, welcome. Also, Ephraim, I hope work is going smoothly. Please don't get in trouble for me. Really appreciate you stopping by while I have my mini comeback, like you said. Yeah. Remy, thank you for the 8-month resub.
Super
Huge,
happy to
thank
hear
you.
5 whole years.
Wheelo with the
First
gifted
time I
sub
was
to
in
Ren.
subs. Free / and welcome back
Thank
for
you.
now. We're all holding so much love for you and care so much.
That's
Wouldn't be here if we didn't less
so
than 3.
so freaking sweet. I will address all this here in a moment. I have to get on camera, though, because even though I've been gone for almost a month, I have not forgotten that 10-minute believers do not deserve the hopium and the copium and all the eums. Wheelo, if I look like shit, I don't care. That's it. Wheelo, thank you for the gifted sub to Ren. Kim with the 15 months with Prime. I know that you only get one of those a month. Thank you for using that here. That's very,
love you
very
so much.
awesome.
Less than 3.
Oh, love you, Morgan. Thank you. Thank you. Also, God, I didn't stream for like 3 weeks, and we still hit the first level of Partner Plus. I've never hit level 2 of Partner Plus, where it's like 300 organic subs on the channel or something a month. Never hit that, but I do rely on like the slight bump in revenue split for getting to the like 100 mark for the first level of Partner Plus, and even without streaming, we were able to hit that, and I'm really grateful to everyone for that. Like, thank you very much for that. That's really generous. I'll talk about the generosity that came through, as you probably see on the screen momentarily. But let me get caught up on chat first. Ephraim with a 10 freaking gifted to the community. If you're being gifted a sub here tonight, or you were gifted a sub while I was offline for weeks, please make sure you're saying thanks. Enjoy the emote sub badge ad-free viewing. The generosity from this community cannot be understated. It's absolutely wild. Or overstated. It can't be overstated, can't be understated. Whatever. I don't know English. Becca, thank you for the 61 months. Mayor, thank you for the 22. Good Lord, thank you so much for those big resubs. Really do appreciate that a lot. Mins, good to have you here. Ace of Snakes, hello, hi, welcome on in. Grooch with the 15-month resub, thank you. Thank you for the huge hype train, everyone. I hope you got a fun emote or something.
No, why would I get
Got.
Bread makes you fat.
Oh
Bread
my
makes you
God.
fat.
Who did this?
No, why would I
That's
get
really
fat?
nice.
Bread makes you
Why
fat.
did my
Bread
alert
makes
break
you
again?
fat.
It used to, I fixed it so I only did the one
No,
for
why
the
would I get
big
fat?
subs. Now
Bread
we're
makes
gonna
you
have to
fat.
hear bread
Bread makes you
making
fat.
us fat for 50 times in a row. I'm sorry to
No, why
everybody
would I get
who
fat? Bread makes you
has
fat.
echolalia
Bread
like
makes
me.
you fat.
This is gonna be yours for a bit. Hoodie, thank
No,
you for the
why would I get
5-month
fat?
resub.
Bread makes
Appreciate
you
that a
fat.
lot.
Bread makes
Thank you,
you fat.
thank you, Fran. Welcome on, and thanks for paying
No, why
the
would I
gifted
get
sub
fat?
forward
Bread makes you
to
fat.
Ephraim as well.
Bread
That's
makes
really
you
kind of
fat.
you. Tiny Monster with a 20 gifted to the community.
No, why would I get
Funky,
fat?
welcome
Bread
on
makes you
in.
fat. Bread makes you
Megasaur,
fat.
hello, hi, welcome. I'm so far behind on chat, everyone.
why
I
would I get
promise
fat?
I'll address
Bread makes you
things
fat.
when
Bread makes you
I get to
fat.
them.
No, why
Good
would I
God.
get fat?
Glitter
Bread
God,
makes
so
you
good to
fat.
have you
Bread
here.
makes
Sky,
you
hello,
fat.
hi. Sydney May, thank you again for the kind words.
No, why would I
Freaking
get fat?
5 years
Bread makes you
resub.
Bread
Appreciate
makes you
that.
fat.
Again, I do think it's very funny that someone was
No,
like,
why would I
all
get
right,
fat?
let's
Bread makes you
drop
fat.
the copy
Bread
pasta
makes
right
you
afterwards.
fat.
It's fun. I appreciate that. The
No,
kind
why would I get
words
fat?
really do
Bread makes you fat.
mean so
Bread
much
makes you
to
fat.
those who have been passing so many forward.
No, why would I
Leo,
get fat?
hello.
Bread makes
Emiyato,
you
welcome on
Bread makes
in.
you fat.
Thank you so much, everybody. Jacob, so good to have you
No, why
here.
would I get fat? Bread makes you fat.
Oh, I'm
Bread makes
behind.
you fat.
I'm behind on everything, but that's how it goes. Sid,
No,
hello,
why would I
hi,
get fat?
welcome on in.
Bread makes you fat.
Leggies,
Bread
hello,
makes you
hi. If
fat.
y'all don't follow Alyssa, aka Leggies,
No, why would I get
truly
fat?
one of the sweetest
Bread
human
makes you
beings
fat.
I know.
Bread makes
I
you fat.
would not be surviving the grief I'm going through right now without friends
No, why would I
like
get
her.
fat? Bread
So
makes you fat.
please go check
Bread
out her
makes you
stream. Please
fat.
go support what she does. Please know that that is
No, why would I get fat?
the closest
makes you
thing
fat.
that we'll
Bread
we'll
makes
get
you
to
fat.
just an angel on this planet. I think just a truly
No, why
kind
would I get
human.
fat? Bread
Apollo,
makes you fat.
thank you so much
Bread
for
makes
joining.
you
Welcome
fat.
on in, Rakalove. So good to have you here. Hello, hi
No, why would I
everyone.
get fat?
So
Bread
good to
makes
have
you
so
fat.
many
Bread
familiar
makes you fat.
people here in the chat. It means a lot.
No, why would I
Um,
get fat? Bread makes you fat.
Good
Bread
lord.
makes you fat.
Shira, hello. Do a little flip for us. Well, I got to get my legs back under me, and then I'll be flipping every single stream. That's the new content once we hit
No, why would I
700
get fat?
subs again.
Bread makes you fat.
I just constantly
makes you
flip while
fat.
playing video games. It's going to be really impressive, though, when it
No, why
happens.
would I get fat?
Hannah, thank you for the 16-month
Bread makes
resub,
you
5
fat.
freaking years, and thank you for the kind words. That's really sweet of
No, why
you.
would I get fat?
Thank you for that
Bread makes
kind
you fat.
message.
Bread makes you fat.
ADHD, hello, hi. It's good to have you
No,
here.
why would I get fat?
Welcome.
Bread makes you
Morgan,
fat.
again, thank you
Bread
for
makes
your
you
big
fat.
resub. I would not be alive. Like, genuinely would not be
No, why
alive
would I
right
get
now
fat?
without Morgan.
Bread makes you fat. Bread makes
Um,
you fat.
You consider to enjoy supporting nice people.
No, why would I get fat?
No.
Bread makes you fat. Bread makes you
Uh,
fat.
Thank you, Anonymous, whoever you
No, why
are,
would I get
for
fat?
feeding
Bread makes you
the
fat.
chat
Bread
lots
makes
of
you
carbs.
fat.
Morgan found out recently she can't process gluten, so
No,
that's
why would I
rude
get
of you
fat?
to
Bread makes you
feed
fat.
so much bread to
Bread makes
her.
you fat.
But thank
No, why
you,
would I get fat?
everybody.
Bread makes you fat.
I'm catching up. I
Bread
see all the
makes you
oh
fat.
no's. Chaos, thank you for the full freaking year as
No,
well.
why would I get fat?
Thank you.
Bread makes
A
you
little
fat.
bit of hype, a little bit of
Bread
pride
makes
in the
you
chat as
fat.
well for all this support. That's really kind.
No, why would I
Um,
get fat? Bread makes you
Yeah, it
fat.
didn't break the
Bread makes
last
you
time, and
fat.
Anonymous gifted a lot, so I don't know why that
No, why
happened
would I
that
get
way.
fat?
Banana Moon Puppy,
makes you
hello,
fat.
hi.
Bread makes you
Welcome.
fat.
Slade, welcome on in as well. Thank
No,
you
why
for
would
the
I get fat?
94-month
Bread makes
resub.
Bread makes you fat.
I hope I didn't miss
No, why
anyone
would I
here.
get fat?
I'm
Bread makes you fat. Bread makes
Uh,
you fat.
It's hilarious. We all know
No, why
you
would I get
don't
fat?
have
Bread
legs.
makes you fat.
True.
Bread makes you fat. No,
Is
why
this
would
where
I
you're
get fat?
coming out
Bread makes
as
you fat.
Mormon?
Bread makes you fat.
Wait, what?
No, why would I get fat? Bread makes you fat. Bread makes
Glitter
you
God,
fat.
thank you for the kind words. Everyone, God,
No, why would I get fat? Bread makes you fat. Bread makes you fat.
I'm just gonna go forever.
No,
I don't
why
know
would I
who's
get
here.
fat?
My
Bread makes you
OBS broke
Bread
apparently
makes you
while I was
fat.
gone, which I guess happens with this godforsaken
No, why would I get
program
fat? Bread makes you
after you're
fat.
gone for like a
Bread makes
year.
you fat.
This alert's making me want bread
No,
now,
why would I
not
get
gonna
fat?
lie.
Bread makes you
I'm
fat.
also gluten
Bread
intolerant.
makes
Morgan
you
had this
fat.
really good smelling
No, why would I get
gluten-free
fat? Bread makes you
bagel.
fat. Bread makes
We
you
both
fat.
had soup for dinner, and she was dipping it into her
No,
soup,
why would I
and
get
it
fat? Bread
it
makes you
smelled and looked so
Bread
good.
makes
I
you
just
fat.
toasted 2 pieces of bread to dip in my soup.
No, why would I get fat?
Just some toast and bread.
Bread makes you fat.
Or toast and soup. Toast and bread also, though.
No, why would I get fat?
Technically.
Bread makes you fat.
Bread makes you fat.
I thought my resub happened already. It might be
already
delayed by
Bread makes you
the
Bread makes
everything.
you fat.
Mormons famously do backflips.
No, why would I get fat?
Is Ethan a
Bread makes you
Mormon?
fat.
Bread makes you
He
fat.
converted recently and didn't tell me, I guess.
No, why would I get fat?
Ah, gosh.
Bread makes you fat.
He only likes
Me every time I open OBS to record fan call audio because I only ever use it for that lately. OBS, yeah, it's just, yeah, if you go any amount of time without updating it, it just explodes, right?
Gerblove, gerblove, gerblove.
Banana Moon Puppy, thank you for the 285 stream streak. Holy cow. We can toast
Welcome
soup.
back.
You can try. Some, like, I don't know, you can, like, toast aspects of soup, like a good French onion, right? Tito, welcome, by the way. A lot of the time when I'm eating soup, I forget a spoon it entirely and eat a whole loaf of bread to finish the soup. I mean, I guess that's a good substitution. I've only talked to Ethan twice. God, that must be such a wonderful luxury. Oh my God, Paxton, thank you for the 19-month resub. I appreciate that. No idea his religious stance. I do. He would never become Mormon. I'll let you know that much. Soup is so good. Had some chicken soup and Irish stew. That sounds so good. Miss you so much. Missed this community so much. Like, genuinely. I don't know. There's like... I don't know. There's so much going on. Only time was when Giuseppe looked at Ethan at Vegas TwitchCon and asked, "Who are you and what do you do?" Honestly, more people should ask that to Ethan. I think it would be humbling for him. It would maybe fix an aspect of him that needs to be fixed. So, chat, I'm going to try something. If this ends stream accidentally, it is fucking what it is. I don't know why my activity feed is not working. Okay, it said screw you and won't. Yeah. Humbled the boy, good. Likely thing for him to say, yes. Maddie, hello, hi, welcome. He also did this to Point Crow and asked how he was able to hire people. Listen, I've only met Eric one time, but what I know about him, because a good friend of mine works for him, I'm surprised that Eric Point Crow knows how to hire people as well. He's so good at creating ideas. The technical behind the scenes stuff, it's like talking to someone who's never looked at a computer before. I swear to God, I can't take him anywhere. No, Seppi's doing the Lord's work then and exposing content creators for the frauds that we are, as should be the case. Yo, what's up, Spark? Welcome. Ethan informed me earlier he saw an Arapaima in person. I've never been more full of envy. Yeah, he's going on some cool adventures right now. Yo, what's up, Chef Joe? Hello, hi. Ethan Nestor, Big Naturals. Hello, welcome. Phoebe, welcome.
What does this do?
He only likes her because
Thank you very much, Bryant, for the 78 months, and Ellery
Hello.
for the 6 months. Appreciate both of those big resubs. Thank you. Yeah, Seppi is actually famous, unlike being internet famous, which is what I am and my friends are. So, very true, actually. Very, very true. Yeah, I hope your day was nice, Leggies. I hope you had a lovely day. You're a lovely human who deserves
Hi,
only
chat.
good
I ate
days.
so much yesterday that I passed out for an hour. Sending love to everyone. Good love.
Little Chaos, thank you so much for the 100 bits. I'm glad that you got to get a nice little nap in. I think that's just like the tradition, right? Eat a lot of food, pass out. Ethan's been showing up tangentially in a bunch of content I watch lately. I have to take a second, like, oh yeah, he's kind of famous and not just like pal of a pal. Yeah, I'm proud of that boy. I am. He's a goddamn idiot, but I love him. I will be staying with him soon. Got a couple things to talk about here, so... God, I don't know. How the fuck do I start this shit? I guess, show of hands, how many people do not follow the Discord or my social media? You only stop by for Twitch streams. You're just Twitch frogs. Because if there's no one who speaks up, then I don't even really have to talk about what's been going on in my life. But if there are people who are kind of in the dark and don't know what's happening right now, then I can give a quick update. We won't dwell on it because I kind of want like tonight to be very chill. Follow you on Instagram and Twitch. So you've been seeing my Instagram stories though. So that's, I mean, Instagram does actually count as social media. So yeah. Good Lord. I only follow you everywhere. As evidenced, yeah, by a lot of... I get a lot of cute DMs from the community. I really appreciate it. It's very nice. I follow... I asked if there's anyone who doesn't follow me anywhere. Okay, so everyone... I guess... Well, shit. I shouldn't just, like, gloss over this, because it is kind of... Yeah. It is very important that I at least mention this just so people know where I am mentally and emotionally. So I'll pause music here. Turn off, like, sound alerts and crap for a second. If OBS works at all. It's gonna be a weird stream because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing tonight, if I'm gonna be honest. Things are strange. Things aren't good. Things weren't good before. The last time I streamed was like, what, the 9th or something, I think? It was legitimately like almost 3 weeks ago. So quick, I guess, like we normally do, just trigger warning, content warning, PSA, whatever you want to call it. Who cares about the label? Just know I'll be talking about some heavy stuff, dealing with, just very briefly, like, and I'll do my typical, if you are someone who is uncomfortable talking about health and life and death, and that kind of thing, you can mute your stream, just keep watching. I'll give a big old thumbs up at the screen like I normally do when it's okay to unmute. But it's going to be quick because I don't want to dwell on this. This is shit that I'm actively dealing with. So it's just going to be kind of touch and go for a while. I'm going to be putting up a YouTube video about it soon, actually. It's going to be literally entitled Grief is Weird. So I'm sure that's going to be exciting and fun for like 12 of you here. But, yeah, I'm working out how to do stuff. Anyway, so, last warning to mute your stream. Look for the high sign of me just giving 2 big thumbs up at the screen when it's okay, safe to unmute. Yo, what's up? A Romantic Ace. Hello, hi, Ace. Good to have you here. Mackenzie, thank you for the 4-month resub as well. Welcome. But yeah, a lot of you know, my sister, my younger sister, last year, about a year, like almost exactly a year ago, was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. And the past year has been hell. My brain's been hardwired to panic and grieve and be exhausted and be stressed and everything, because the past year has just been completely dedicated to her and the health updates I was getting about her and the time I was spending with my family and everything. So I was gone on and off all year. I was taking huge breaks on and off. I wasn't really 100% as mindful as I could be as a content creator as far as like putting out consistent content. I haven't been able to really stay focused. Things have felt off and weird and like I'm stuck in time, which is all very typical of grief. You know, it's one of those things. It's like, it's normal to feel that way in grief, even though it's abnormal to the average person. A weird side effect of me talking about this stuff publicly as much as I have is getting a lot of DMs from very kind people with kind intention, who have clearly never experienced someone with a terminal illness or the loss of someone or things like that. It's been the weirdest thing because I'll get the nicest message in the world and they'll have something in there that I'll just go, oh, you have literally never like been ripped apart from the inside by a thing like this before in your life. And bless your heart for that. You know, like, thank God. Please keep spreading joy. Please keep being encouraging to people. Also know toxic positivity is not going to get me through this kind of thing. So it's like we all live different lives. We all have different experiences, and as a result, our perspectives are molded in such interesting ways, right? Anyway, back on topic. Sarah Leth, hello, hi, welcome to the stream as well. So my sister was battling stage 4 cancer all of this past year, 365 days of this. And earlier this month, she did unfortunately lose her battle to cancer. I was visiting her the day, literally hours, apparently, before she went. So I did get to say my goodbyes. I did get to spend a quality night with her. We didn't think it was going to be her last night, but the signs of decline were very, very obvious. She, something that is always going to sort of stick out for me is she made it to my birthday and a couple days passed. She passed 2 days after my birthday, so we spent time with her celebrating my birthday on the 12th. Obviously, I was taking time off because she was in hospice care, and so again, I've been gone for weeks and weeks and weeks. It's weird. It's so strange because she passed less than 2 weeks ago, and yet here I am streaming, and some people might go, wow, that's so soon, but I've been actively grieving this all year. You know, I started taking off time before, you know, she passed. It's all been really hard, obviously, but I'm very glad I got a lot of time with her. Again, November 12th, the day before my birthday, I went over to celebrate my birthday with my family. Got to see her when she was still a little bit more lucid and everything. I'm really grateful, you know, she gave me a gift. Gave me a birthday card that she apparently was just determined to sign herself, even though she couldn't really use her hand very much. So I have her very last signature. She sent me a video wishing me a happy birthday. So I have the very last video of her ever telling me that she loves me, and really special to just spend a day like that with her. Morgan and I left for my birthday to go just do something on our own for a little bit, you know, just get a little bit of space from everything for a moment. Went back the 14th. She wasn't doing too well, and then unfortunately the morning of the 15th ended up passing away. We've since done the funeral. We've since done the burial. I've been spending a lot of time with my family, traveling out of town, as you all know. I'm finally sort of at a place where I'm like back home. I'm like locked in. I'm trying to make sense of essentially what has to be my new normal, not by choice. I'm grieving actively. I said this over on the Discord, but thank you for treating me like an adult going through grief instead of infantilizing me. That's been very important to me right now, is me having the space to breathe a little bit, me having the space to process this in a way that makes sense to me, because my unique connection to her and to my family and to the idea of death in general, it's all shaping this stuff in real time. And anyone who's lost someone, I know there's a ton of people in the community who have, right? It's a weird thing, especially, you know, it's one thing to like lose like a grandparent or an extended family member. Obviously there's exceptions if they like raised you, right? Like if you're raised by your aunt, raised by your grandma, something like that, obviously you can relate to what I'm saying. But there is like, I've lost cousins before. I've lost relatives before. I've lost friends before in tragic ways and due to disease, things like that. But this is someone I grew up in the same house with, right? This is a very different thing. This was, she didn't even make it to 40, which is so devastating kind of thing. It's that bizarre thing where your brain seeks meaning, where you go, oh my gosh, that's so young. You know, you gotta do what you can because you never know how short life is. You can do that, but like that's not really how my brain operates. So like the people who've been passing on that kind of advice, love you to death, but absolutely the most useless shit ever you could write to me. I'm aware of that because I just experienced that with a loved one. I'm trying to make sense of this at my own pace. I'm trying to make sense of this in a way that serves me. I haven't really been attending to energies or, time constrictions that don't serve me. You, again, have noticed I've taken a lot of time off. Because this means a lot for me to internalize in a healthy way. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm not gonna. This isn't like the start of me streaming consistently again. I'm probably only gonna be live here for an hour or two tonight. I don't think I'm gonna be around for long. Even this, like recounting it on stream, which I know I owe nobody, but like I'd rather be transparent because that's just, I'm neurodivergent as fuck, and this is just who I am. So I have the very, I wrote this on socials, but like I have the very unique yet relatable thing going on here right now, where I am someone who has this unique perspective of this because it affects me personally. I happen to be a public figure with a relatively large following online, and I know that even talking about this can normalize it for other people who might go, I don't have the same kind of support system you do, Brian, so I don't know if when I act this way, if it's normal or not. So when you see me being messy on main and sharing my emotions in a really transparent way, that's just my way of hopefully helping to normalize this for other people. There's a lot more people who see my stuff than the average person. And if I can help you feel like a little less crazy, because we are crazy. Like grief does drive you crazy, but it's like, it's normal to be crazy. You're supposed to be affected by this stuff, right? So I'm very affected. I am so severely affected right now. I still, after a year of my brain being rewired to expect like the scariest phone call of my life, I finally got it. And then now what, right? So every time my phone buzzes or rings because I'm getting a call or a text, I still jump for it thinking, oh my God, this is going to be like a really important thing. And then I have to remind myself, that chapter of all of this is over. So it's going to take a bit for me to get back to like a normal streaming schedule, a normal sleep schedule, a normal eating schedule. Morgan and I have been so off our schedule over the past year, but especially the past like month has been the hardest of all this. I'm going to be weird for a bit. I'm going to be really weird for a bit. So I'm really grateful to have you all here. Thank you for listening. Like I said, I don't really want to dwell on it too much because that's all I do. That's all I've done. I want this place to be a place where we kind of get to like still hang out, still have a laugh. I'm not the only one who goes through this kind of thing, right? Again, I'm going to have a unique perspective in my unique circumstances. I'm hyper aware of the fact that I broadcast my emotions and my life events to a way larger number of people than most people ever get to. So I'll talk about it every now and then, but probably mainly over on YouTube and on socials. Here, I want to give people like the chance to breathe. Some of you are looking for a place to unplug, a place to unwind, a place to take your breath, because I know how suffocating this shit is. Obviously, I just survived it all. I know how suffocating this shit is. So if you're someone who's going through this as well, if you've lost someone who you love, if you are potentially losing someone that you love, this place is still going to be dedicated to good energy, a genuine feeling of community and togetherness, And we're not going to dwell on this stuff as much as we can. It's going to be a safe haven for people who are going through what I've gone through. So, and I know grief doesn't go away. There's no cure for it. We take our time with it. It's something we learn to transform around in our own lives while it also transforms around us. We're, it's okay to grieve for as long as you need. I really hope that I can provide a place that normalizes a lot of this and makes just people feel less alone. Like, I think that's the biggest thing. And I'll talk about this more in the YouTube video. I have like a really involved YouTube video about this, like I said, in the works. But I had so many, like, fuck, guys, come on. What did you do? Like, look at this tip bar is insane. What is wrong? You're sickos. But even outside of that, like, I had literally hundreds of DMs from people offering kind words. It's just something that, like, I was so grateful for in the moment of, and am currently grateful for. Because, again, it's like, God, this was a privilege to be able to, like, take as much time off as I have that a lot of people don't get. I said, hey guys, my sister passed away. I'm going to just take like a fuck ton of time away from the job that I need to pay my bills and rent. And I didn't go, oh, by the way, if you want to chip in, please do so. Y'all just did that out of the goodness of your hearts. And that is something I can never say thank you enough for. I've gotten to sit in my emotions. I've gotten to spend an unbelievable amount of time just processing things, just remembering what I want to remember, organizing memories of her, whatever it might be. But just, not everyone gets that. So again, it made me realize, and also thank you, Corey, for the raid. Thank you, Chaos, for those gifted subs. That's really kind. If it's sick to support, you consider us coughing and infectious. That's so fair. Also, sorry for not saying hello to everybody, but please know I'm seeing people's names in the chat. Thank you for being here tonight and being respectful of what I'm talking about and everything like that. But crazy what happens when you have an absurd amount of people who love you unwaveringly and want you to be taken care of. It's really kind. But again, it makes me just, in the moment of this support happening, like, so much shit was going on in the world. Like, we didn't know if SNAP benefits were coming back for people. Healthcare is, like, in limbo. People are trying to, like, the cost of living is just so high. People are, like, really fucking struggling with a lot of stuff. And then here's me, being very sad, but, like, it doesn't mean that people had to give as much as they gave. So I'm infinitely grateful for everyone who gave, because all I could think about was all the people who don't have the same found family I do, the same support system, the humongous network of friends. I literally had hundreds of people reach out, and it's just weird to fucking process that side of it. It's kind of like a survivor's guilt thing in a lot of ways, of, like, it's not me thinking I don't deserve this. It's me thinking, God, I wish everyone who is going through something hard could get the level of support I had. Like, we need more, like, bereavement pay opportunity for people and such. Because money doesn't fix the issue, but money gives you the space and the breathing room and the time to do stuff, to attend to those things that are more important, right? Jay, thank you for the 5-month resub. I really do appreciate that a lot. Like I said, yeah, I have been taking time. Thank you so much for that kindness. I will not be around regularly still for a while, but I will be slowly. You'll see me like the ice starting to sort of thaw as I continue to figure out like what my new normal schedule looks like. Attend to my own boundaries, attend to my own feelings in a healthy way. But again, I guess the point I was trying to make is realizing the amount of privilege I have as a public figure who had just like legitimately like hundreds of thousands of people like reaching out over the course of the past month about this. And again, it's not just about the money. Some of you just sent very kind messages. I'm really grateful for those. Please know, just knowing I had the support system, whether I thought that the message resonated with me at the time or not, just knowing people wanted to reach out with kindness meant a lot. That was really cool. I've had people, send me food. I've had people just ask if they can help out with things, like nonstop. I've had friends give me money for Uber, like send me Uber Eats credits so I could order food with Morgan on the days we don't feel like cooking. It's been insane. It's been wild. So if I have a platform here, again, obviously we're not going to like unprompted bring up like a lot of triggering talk about stuff. Because again, shared space, other people are reading chat. You don't want to send someone else into a depression spiral or a grief spiral. But like if I can at least give you that breathing room, that second where you duck away from the constant like updates from the hospital or the family tension or whatever it is that you're feeling at the moment, this place is going to be our version of sort of a vague support system. Something to distract yourself with, some healthy escapism, people who understand that like if you're like, hey, I'm going through a fucking rough time right now, that we're going to like be gentle and patient with you. That I hope becomes like a very clear intention of the spaces I build online. Because even when I'm not talking about grief, I know I've only been grief posting, but I promise I'm going to get back to a mix of regular stuff. Kind of why I was like being a little dork about like daylight savings and like seasonal depression stuff today. I'll be posting some silly stuff here and there. I'm testing the waters, figuring out what's comfortable for me. But like, please know, even on days like that, like this is going to be a place that's just like built up to truly support other people in a mindful way. Again, we don't want to like trigger other people in a shared space with like oversharing of like really heavy crap. Which is why I always try to PSA preface what I'm talking about before I bring it up. But, we're gonna know, like people are gonna like the foundation of this place is kindness first. It always has been. People are so generous with their time and their emotions and just the extension of kindness. So we're not really gonna change anything, but it's just gonna be different. I'm different. I'm never gonna be the version of who I was before any of this happened, right? But that's life. You adapt, you figure it out. You do the best you can, and you hope that you honor the people who didn't get that much fortune in their lives, didn't get to, have the hand dealt for them that you did. And that's kind of, again, it's like so hard to fucking distill any of this down. And that's partially why I'm live right now, even yapping about this stuff. None of this is neat and organized. This is all messy. This is me just firing off the top of my fucking dome. And I hope again that makes some of the people who struggle and are going through this stuff be like, damn, I'm this scattered right now too. I have bad memory. I can't stay focused. I hope it makes you feel like you're not alone in that. Like that's way more normal than you believe it is, because so many people for whatever reason are like, wow, look at you. You got it all together, Brian. You're successful and you do all this cool stuff. And no, I'm a person who struggles the same as anyone else. And I hope that it shows you, regardless of who you are, this is very normal. This is normal in its abnormalness. But you're going to make it through. I'm going to make it through, and we're going to make it through together. And that's really important. So I hope that makes sense. I don't know. And if it doesn't, I don't give a shit, honestly. That's just where I'm at. Tawny, thank you so much for the 59-month sub with Prime. Really do appreciate that. Like, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Sky. That's really sweet. Thank you. Loga, thank you for the 7-month resub as well. Appreciate that. Yeah. Little Chaos, yeah, 24 hours of bereavement. Yeah, that's cruel, honestly. That's terrible. W plus ratio plus people here love you. Yeah, well, okay. But give me 1 second. I'm trying to get caught up on stuff here. Your post have made me feel better about wanting to share about your own grief when it rises to the surface. It's been nice to know that even though our grief may be different, we aren't alone in it. It's okay to talk about it. Absolutely. Again, if I can normalize any of that shit, I mean, why else did I get a psych degree, right? I don't know. If I'm going to have the platform I have, I got to wield this shit with some level of awareness and responsibility. I try to. I hope I've done that in my career. I don't fucking know. Brookie, thank you for the 73-month resub. I appreciate that. And truly, like, and Twilight, thank you so much for the 33. Appreciate that. But it's one of those things where, yeah, oh my God, Mouse. It's like, it's just nonstop, right? And I'm really grateful for it, but it's just like, holy shit. It's like, we have a lot of food now. We have a lot of people reaching out. We have a lot of people offering to help. I turned down a friend earlier. Oh yeah, thumbs up to the thing, because I'm just gonna be talking about. I had a friend earlier offer to send money so that I could go somewhere, and I was like, no, we already took care of the plane tickets. You're good. Please save that and treat yourself to something nice instead, or whatever. We've had people who have offered to get us like hotel rooms. We've had people who have offered to send us gas money for stuff. It's been wild, and I'm really grateful. I'm really, really grateful. But yeah, rack of love. Oh my gosh, I can, yeah. It's one of those things. I've been talking to also Twilight. Thank you so much. What the heck? Thank you for those 10 gifted. That is really, really kind. I'll be yelling at the community here in a moment about stuff, but I was you know, some of you who know my friend Cheebs, you know, has talked about very similar situation, right? Where like loss of a family member has been affecting her quite a bit, and she's been sharing on and off about stuff online and on her stream and whatnot. And her and I have been having like a lot of really, really involved talks about this kind of thing, because we're very much in the same boat in some ways. And it's one of those things where we sort of simultaneously just like reinforce each other's belief that grief never goes away. It doesn't. I have friends who have had loved ones pass away a decade ago who still have moments where it creeps up and it finds them in moments that are very unexpected. So I really hope that me talking about it, like I said, it's not going to be here very often, but it's going to be on socials. It's going to be in some YouTube videos that are, I'll be like, hey, this is where you can share your story too. If you're doing it in like a mindful way and kind way. I hope I can give other people, it's kind of, you know, it's like always going to be there. But it's how we approach it, it's how we react to it, it's how we recognize it that is what ends up healing us. And I hope that I can offer that to other people through my own journey. And if I never get there, well, I've made a lot of interesting content about it, I guess. But we'll see. Apollo, I'm glad to hear that me talking about this stuff openly helps other people. Thank you for sharing what you're comfortable with in your grief. Brookie, thanks for being here. Oh my gosh, yeah. It's really, like there's so many factors, and again, I'll talk about this stuff more in the video because I don't want to dwell on this stuff tonight. I want to try to trial run getting back into silly regular shit again. But I'm really glad that that a lot of people are recognizing, even if it took them longer than like someone like me. Granted, I'm 40 now. I'm in an advanced stage of life, right? But it's one of those things where, like, I recognize a lot of the social factors that were not around years ago that affect the way that people think. I have to, like, cure my grief and get back to, like, a normal life again. And I don't think that is something that I'll ever entertain. I know the factors that lead people to those mindsets, but, like, I'm someone who, I want to normalize, like, being able to live alongside of something that, even though it seems scary or seems bad or horrible or whatever, surviving through it, and also learning, again, to recognize it so that you can deconstruct it and maybe even take some aspects of it into yourself that end up somehow serving you. When I figure out how to do that for myself, I'll let you know. But it's something that just, like, you don't have to define it all right away. You have your whole life to figure it out, right? Yeah, it finds different ways to manifest. Absolutely. Yeah. Glitter Goth, exactly. The way I was talking about it, I made my therapist cry on Wednesday talking about it. It's like a wave. It's a wave. You're standing in the shallows somewhere, and a wave crests over your head. And in that brief moment, if you've ever experienced that, it does feel like you're about to drown. But the wave breaks and cascades down your back, and there's air again. And that's how grief manifests. It can manifest during moments of joy even. Yesterday, I saw something that made me laugh, and I was reminded of my sister, and I had that, like, knee-jerk, hey, I got to send this to her. And then I went, fuck. But then sort of took a step back from that and went, but damn, it's awesome to have things out there that do remind me that I had that connection at all. It's the cliche of, like, grief is love persisting despite loss. And that's kind of the way I'm trying to look at it. So I didn't say I was 40 now. I said I was 40 now. Yeah. But yeah, Apollo, that's the other thing too, is I think, like, this whole thing I'm glad that it was cathartic to see me tell someone off who told me to move on already. When I was like, yeah, we buried my sister like 5 days ago, well, like a week ago now. I'm glad that was cathartic, because it was cathartic for me, because I didn't have to be, like, mean to them, but I did stick up for myself very directly. I did set a pretty firm boundary about it. Fran, I'm so glad to hear that. Cheebs is such a freaking beautiful human being. Like, what a lovely person. It sounded like 49. God damn it. Good Lord. Maddie, I started doing that too. I did something very similar. I started writing emails that I in a Google document. Like, I just started writing things in email format in a Google document that obviously I'll never send. But it's like almost like a form of journaling. And it's already helped me quite a bit to do that kind of thing. Yeah, Spark, it is very weird to see, like, and granted, we've seen this rise in sort of, like, apathetic attitudes and behaviors in the world lately, which is such a bummer. But yeah, that people think that grief is something you cure. It's like, it's one thing to be like, I feel uncomfortable when I feel grief. It's another thing where it's like, I can turn this off forever. No, you can't. You literally can't. You had a connection to that other person or thing or whatever you're grieving, that even a chapter of your own life or whatever, right? You're allowed to feel a certain way about that. You got to just recognize that it will be there in different forms. And that's okay. It's okay to not be okay, because someday you will be. You'll be a new type of okay. But you will be okay. Also heard 49. Jeez. I gotta start enunciating more. I'm very used to just like straight up dissociating and mumble mouthing everything right now. It's been such a goddamn mess of it's been kind of weird, right? It's like, again, I hope that this isn't a depressing talk for people. I hope that this is more refreshing than anything, because I am, again, have this very unique privilege of having this very large platform to talk about this shit on, in an honest way, and in real time. That's strange, right? But it's just like I've been peeling away so many different layers of like who I am. And for one, me going back to the thing Apollo was talking about, where if you didn't see that on Instagram, again, 5 days after I went to my sister's burial ceremony, someone was like, "Oh, you can't grieve forever," and it's like, dude, you'd do so good on Spotify with like a Sigma Bro podcast. Like, you'd do so good. Why don't you go do that instead of talking to me? But it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, I think this is only going to make me more blunt with people. Not necessarily mean, but just like, the magnitude of shit I care about right now is so skewed now comparatively to what it was. Like, someone tried to bring up some like Twitch streamer drama to me, or YouTuber drama to me the other day, and I just went, that's awesome for them. I don't give a fuck. I didn't say it that way. Obviously, I was a lot more couth about it. But it was just like, it bounced off my brain, and I went, I just kind of don't give a shit. I kind of experienced this a little bit yesterday. We went to Morgan's relatives for just a little get-together yesterday. And I went, maybe it will be healthy for me to be around people in real life. And like 75% of the conversations, I just sort of started dissociating during, because I was like, I don't care about this conversation we're having. So I am someone who, I think I'm just going to get like more blunt, because I think communication's good and direct communication is awesome. And I don't know. I'm doing the best I can through it. I'm not rushing to make sense of it, because I know some aspects will never fully make sense. But I'm just trying to be like truthful and honest about it. I'm trying to like tackle, like, I sob every day, right? But it doesn't mean that like I'm anchored to one point in time. Time's still moving forward. I have to participate to a certain degree. But I'm allowed to make those moments of space, those moments of healing. And no one can tell me otherwise. That's kind of like where I'm at. Convo's making me realize some things about my grief, and actually recognizing that what I feel is grief. Yeah. And again, sometimes it can be something that feels like joyful, yet you still grieve an aspect of it, you know? I believe talking about it's healthy for many. One of my pets passed away after taking a week off. So sorry for your loss, by the way, Spark. Talking about it on the stream helped my brain to process out loud what had happened. It really helped. Yeah, I mean, again, as someone who legitimately has a psych degree and did counseling for people who were grieving, it is good to talk about stuff. It really is. And my experience, my perspective, my, not even advice, but just, I guess, observations are not going to line up with anyone else's 100%, because we all have our own unique pasts. We have our own unique connections to the people we lose. We have our own experiences in general. So this is more for me, if I'm going to be totally honest. But it is also for you, because if you notice me acting a little bit different, I think it's pretty understandable as to why. And I'd rather just be open about that than anything else. It's refreshing. The last few years, I've been in my midlife existential track with death often on my mind, not in an ideation way, but in just knowing I'll have to face that one day. Been working on accepting the reality of impermanence. It's not easy, but the more we talk about death and grief, the closer we can get there. That's so fair. I'm glad that this is helping. I will let you know that I am a Scorpio, so I have never feared death. I embrace many aspects of it for myself, yet I feel very deeply and very affected by other people's experiences with it. I hope everyone can get to the, maybe not, because I'm kind of fucked up about it, but like maybe not to the level I'm at, but like I hope that you get at least like a little like incremental like dosage of being able to accept it. For other people, it's hard for me to accept other people's passing more than thinking about my own, if that makes sense. Not in like a fucked up, more like morbid way, but like in more of like I faced that reality at like such a young age and asked like all these like really deep questions and like kind of came to my own understanding about it when I was like a lot younger than I think a lot of the people I've talked to about it throughout my life ever did. And that's totally fine. Everyone sort of has like their own pace at how they approach the subject. The way you said I'm a Scorpio made me laugh so hard. It's like the one fact about Scorpios. It's like every time Morgan does like an astrology reading thing for me, she's like, "Oh, this makes sense," and I'll be like, "How?" And she'll be like, "Because you always fucking talk about wanting to die." So, again, not in like an ideation way, but like in like whatever. Whenever I finally can sleep forever is gonna be so good. I'm gonna sleep so much. But it really is. It's like it's healthy to confront things that make you uncomfortable. Obviously, within a safe and secure and healthy framework, but it is very healthy to have some relation to the things that make you uncomfortable, right? So, is that a Scorpio thing? It's apparently like that thing we're known for, Xander. Cam, thank you for the 50 stream streak, by the way. I appreciate that. Yeah, all the Scorpio in my chart. So, Amy, welcome to the stream. Amanda, welcome on in. Mouse, not the little death. No. Oh, God. Thanks for letting me chat about that stuff. It's not normal. It's not, but it's okay that it's not normal. It's supposed to not be, right? It's supposed to be fucking weird. All this stuff is supposed to be weird. I'm going to be setting stronger boundaries. I'm going to be speaking up for myself. I'm going to be not giving as big of a shit about some things that truly have become so frivolous and trivial to me throughout the perspective shift of this that I've experienced. Like I said, if anyone out there is hoping I go back to exactly how I was before, there's going to be aspects of that in me still. That is who I am. That energy, that goofy mindset that I have is who I am. But I'm not going to snap back to that right away, and some of the parts might be missing for good. I don't know which ones. We'll find out once the dust is still in the air. It hasn't even settled yet for all of this. This is, this was my choice to make because I owe this community a lot. And this isn't out of a sense of obligation. It's out of a sense of really loving the fuck out of the cool community that I created. So it's one of those things that this is very good for me. I'm glad to hear that it was good for some other people. But I am not going to ever be the exact same person I was before any of this started over a year ago. Or around a year ago. So I'd rather be really transparent about that. And I really do thank everyone for letting me chat about this stuff. So, but yeah. I hope it's at least a bit as cathartic for you to talk through as it is for us to listen and talk with you. Yeah, I mean, no offense to all of you, but you are the last ones I've had this conversation with directly. I obviously have Morgan. I have an amazing therapist. I have talked to my family about this stuff. I've talked to a lot of my really close friends about this stuff. It was, again, you can't please everyone. And I'm at this point where I kind of don't give a flying shit about how anyone perceives what I'm doing right now. Grief is messy. If I make a fucking big mistake right now, I'm not going to make excuses for it, but I do hope that it normalizes the fact that, like, grief is messy and you become messy around it. That is totally, it just a normal thing. There's going to be someone out there who's like, holy shit, what do you mean your sister died 2 weeks ago and you're alive? Fuck you. You don't know my life, you fucking weirdo. Like, I don't care what you think. That's the weirdest shit you could take away from this, instead of offering sympathy or just keeping your mouth shut, right? So I'm just at a point in my career and my life where this is my platform. I can kind of use it for what I want. I've talked to the people I need to talk to about this stuff. I've worked through a lot of the big stuff, while accepting that there's a lot of stuff that's just going to be here forever, or is going to take me a really long time to deconstruct. And that's my own thing to do in private. The hour, 2 hours that I end up spending here tonight, this is for you guys. This is for us to just vibe. And it was cathartic for me to talk about it with you all. But, like, this is, like, my priorities when I'm on camera are hanging out, having fun, giving people who might be going through this, or even not, as I said, giving you a little place to healthily have some escapism. Take a breather, not think about your own tragedies or grief. That's how I am kind of looking at it. All the really heavy lifting crap that I'm going to be in therapy, talking about and dealing with, that's for me to handle. So no one else really has to worry when I'm on camera. It's the same thing I said while my sister was battling everything, where some days I'm just not going to show up, but I'm only going to show up on the days that I really, truly want to be here. Same thing is going to continue. So as adult-to-adult communication, I hope that makes sense, and I hope that that allows people to understand just why I do things the way that I do. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Thanks for listening. But yeah. That's why I feel this community is amazing. You're open and honest with us, but have your clear boundaries to protect yourself. I think that's the only way. I mean, like, that's not just like content creator stuff either. Like, I think that's how everyone needs to. You have your own communities. You have your own found families. You have your groups of friends, right? You have relationships with relatives. You have all sorts of different relationships that you're navigating the intricacies of simultaneously. I think it's really good for everyone to have boundaries. I think it's really good for everyone to be as open and honest as they can be, where it serves them. It's like, there's like people in my life I don't tell everything to because it would not serve either of us, right? I'm extremely offended. This is a joke. So appreciated too, just being so authentic to what you want and need, and only showing up when you want to, and no one else on no one else's terms. And obviously, there's like different factors and limitations, and I'm not saying like, oh, you have to change your life to be like the way I live mine. But I think it's a nice reminder that, like, you as an adult with autonomy, even within the restrictions that maybe like work or family or anything else might be stopping you from showing up 100% for yourself, are doing, it's important to examine the things that you can do for yourself, to show up for yourself. And like you said, for no one else. Like, I just hope everyone gets to sort of find that balance, because this shit's hard. Life in general is just hard. Life is a fucking tough journey. That's why I always tell you it's not just lip service. When I'm like, y'all made it to another weekend. Happy Friday. I'm so grateful that you all made it here. So happy that I see so many familiar names here in the chat. It's not a fucking guarantee that everyone makes it to the weekend. So the people that I know here in this community making it to the weekend over and over again, you are fucking awesome. You did a great job, and I'm so goddamn proud of you. I really am. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Mouse, for that big resub that was gifted by Racer. Racer, thank you again for that generosity. It's really, really kind. Yeah, let me turn on like a little bit of background music and alerts on again, because I think we're past the... We're not going to talk about the heavy shit. I'm just here to vibe for a little bit and share some other things that are kind of exciting, actually, which is good. Emiato, please get some wonderful rest. Thank you for dropping by. Lady J, hello, hi, welcome. Thank you to... I know I didn't read all the messages out loud. I saw everything that was posted in chat. Thank you to people who were commiserating or sharing your stories. Thank you for not sharing, like, really heavy, triggering details about stuff. Just because I've lived through this stuff does not mean that I want to hear about all of it all the time. So thank you for just being super appropriate. Thank you so much for being awesome human beings who are considerate and kind and way more emotionally intelligent than like a lot of people who I've had to talk to and been forced to talk to over the past, like, especially the past like 2.5 weeks. Boy, oh boy, there's, again, a lot of really, like, people who mean well, but just, oof. Man, oh man, just, like, they lack that connection to humanity. And it makes me really sad. But the good has outweighed the bad as far as outreach goes. Obviously, the events of everything that happened are the worst that could possibly have happened, but the community around me is so strong. I have let everything kind of just roll off my back. More than anybody who says you can't grieve forever. Yeah, absolutely. Good Lord. It really was. It was giving raised by an iPad that was constantly on like an Alpha Bros podcast. Where it was like yeah, hey, I know it's hard. I lost, and then they mentioned like a distant relative. They were like, I lost this distant relative, and I was sad at first, but then, you know, I realized you can't grieve forever, so don't let it weigh you down, dude. Eventually you'll be okay. And I was like, this is like the fucking worst pep. This is a high school gym teacher pep talk, bro. Like, this is... good Lord. It was just very, very, just a house made out of balsa wood. It's just pretty crappy. So... Violet. Yeah, I'll wire you some of the money that this community very generously gave me. You can't grieve forever. Oh yeah, watch me. Yeah, it's like, yeah, have fun continuing to follow me on social media, because that's all I'm going to be doing for a bit. But I promise it's not just going to be grief posting. I'm sprinkling in some other stuff. And the thing that I'm about to go do is really cool. So just... Yeah, exactly, Mins. It's like you can't grieve forever really just sounds like you being sad makes me uncomfortable. Yeah, and it's like, okay, cool. I wish you healing away from me then. Maybe that's something you gotta go fix, buddy. That's not my problem. So, yeah, would you like to find out how long I can grieve? That sounded like a challenge to me, and I have many neurodivergent tendencies that make me want to challenge that. Let me address a couple things real quick. Thank you again. Y'all are awesome. God damn it, this community's so good. I will say I'm like already starting to feel like my energy dissipate, so I'll get through a couple things and we'll see how long I want to stick around. I was thinking about doing Power Wash Sim tonight, but I probably won't. So, yeah, wishing a very go to therapy and stop projecting emotional immaturity onto others. Absolutely. Yeah, the big elephant in their room for sure. first off, y'all are little freaks, okay? Y'all are little freaks. I want to say that. Y'all are little freaks. This is unacceptable. There's a big reason I'm not reading out the individual names of people who tipped while I was offline. Because there are just frankly too many of you. There were too many of you. I would be like, hey, I only have energy for a 2-hour stream, and we're gonna be reading names for like at least an hour of that. I really, really appreciate y'all a ton. Anyone who gifted subs, anyone who tipped, anyone who supported me in any sort of way financially, Ko-fi donations, you name it. Please know, even though I'm not individually addressing everybody like I normally do, God damn it. Again, I am hyper aware not everyone has, like, the privilege to be able to do that stuff. To, like, kick back and just not have to worry about, like, bills and rent for a couple weeks. So that they can process something. That is not a privilege gifted to everyone, and I wish it was. But the fact that I got to have any of that, I cried so much, guys. I've fucking cried. Outside of the circumstances with my family, the outreach of kindness was like, it was a second, just like overwhelming emotional thing. I've cried so much over people's generosity. Thank you for the sweet outreach. Thank you for all the support. All of you are just so goddamn kind. Those of you, again, who reached out, I've had to have gotten at least, like, a little bit of a flex, a little bit of a humble brag, but more of me saying it out loud to remind myself, like, holy shit, that's maybe what I do does have an impact on the world in some kind of way. I got, like, probably 1,000 messages. Like, not even a joke. Over the past, like, 2 weeks especially, I've gotten, holy shit, dude. People I have not heard from in a long time. People who are like, I haven't been to one of your streams in 4 years, but I keep track of what you're up to on social media. I'm so sorry for your loss. Sending all the love. Thank you for all of the good energy you gave me when I was younger. The number of those messages I got, absolutely ridiculous. And the crazy thing, I remember a majority of the people. That was the craziest part, is I was like, holy shit, yeah, I haven't seen this person in a presidential election cycle. And I remember who they are, though. And remember how fun they were or whatever. 10 billion bees in your DMs, yeah. 10 million bees. Oh, well, it would have been better if it was 10 billion. Yeah. Anyway, just really grateful for all the kind outreach. Socials, Discord, on the video I put up a couple weeks ago. Like I said, I'll have a follow-up video to that where I'll probably echo a lot of the conversation we had here tonight. It was another thing. It was good to talk about this stuff because I kind of have a better idea of how I'm going to organize my thoughts in that video and talk about this kind of thing. But I'm going to try to get that up sooner than later. I have another fun video about me turning 40, which honestly, with everything happening, who gives a fucking shit? I wasn't really like in the spirit of like my birthday stuff anyway, because of everything going on. But like now especially, like, who gives a shit? I know a lot of you were like, November, we're gonna kill it, and you're so sweet for thinking we're gonna be able to do that. But like, honestly, at the end of the day, who cares? Y'all did so much. Y'all already did so much. Thank you. I didn't reach out in DMs, but please know I've been thinking of you. Oh my gosh, that is A-okay. You don't have to explain yourself at all. The world is constantly on fire, like we talk about here all the time. Y'all got your own things to deal with. I am not the only person who, in the big year of 2025, lost somebody either. I'm just here talking about it because I hope that helps act as some kind of connective force for people of this community to feel less alone. I know people are going through shit. I know people were worried up until just recently about SNAP benefits. The cost of insurance might be going up. There's so many scary things. Cost of living is still terrible. compared to people's wages. The job market's not great. I don't want to list off more bad things because then it just sounds like we're going to just, like, doom scroll together. But, like, it really is, like, there are things that, I'm not going to say they're bigger things going on in the world because orders of magnitude are kind of subjective when it comes to bad things happening. But there's a lot of things to be stressed about right now. And you're allowed to be stressed about multiple things. And if you're feeling overwhelmed or busy or distracted by, like, the crap going on in your own life or just globally, I don't fucking blame people for that. There's a lot happening. Please tend to yourself. Please know people showing up to this stream, it just means a lot to me. It's like, I was telling Morgan the past couple weeks, I was like, I don't know when I'm going to be able to go live again, but whenever I do, I'm probably dead in the water, right? No one's showing up. No one's going to be hanging out. Thank God that I am so stupid. I really appreciate everyone who's here. All of you are incredible. Truly, 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 really grateful to everybody here. And then also on top of that, oh yeah, silly. I sorry, I'm a silly goose. You're right. Mods, you can strike me because I'm not supposed to call myself that. I figured you've been getting 1 billion messages, so I've been sending good vibes telepathically instead of texting you every time. But just know it happens 1 million times a day. I see that you watch my Instagram stories. I'm aware. So, are you kidding? We follow you like those 10 billion bees in your DMs. I'm really grateful. I'm very, very grateful. Before I, like, completely just, like, my brain sundowns, a couple things to talk about. We will do good news tonight, I promise, but we're not doing it the second. But I promise we'll do a good news before I go, because I'm sure y'all have some fun stuff to share, and I could definitely use it in the current mind state I'm in. But a couple big things, couple weird things. Again, first off, this is insane. Please know that this did help cover a large portion of rent and bills for me. We did drop like 500 subs, but fuck it, dude. We're back on the climb back up to 700. We'll get there again. I obviously owe y'all Girl Week. I obviously do not have the mental capacity for that this second. But with this upcoming thing I'm about to do, hopefully it starts getting me back into a little bit more of a rhythm, and I can honor some of those fun incentives that y'all earned. I hate putting those off. It makes me sad because they are meant to be just so fun. They're fun for me. They're fun for you, right? So I'll be getting back to that. Also, another weird thing, side effect of this, I was talking to my therapist about this Wednesday, but weirdly, the amount of outreach I had during all of this, where I guess it really makes sense because it's like the testing grounds. I went through this tragedy. I'm deeply affected. I'm very, very deeply wounded by this. And you always have that, like, and until you go through it, you don't really.
She's old. She's probably like 25.
You're only gonna half understand this, right?
Waving hand emoji.
Thank you, Anime Fangirl, for the 44. Appreciate that. But until you've gone through like a crisis and had this happen for you, you kind of the fear is always there, right? Like I went through all this stuff and I went, no one's gonna give a shit about me. The support system, the found family I have, all my friends that I've had, the net's gonna have a hole in it. The safety net's gonna have a hole in it. I'm gonna be free falling. I'm gonna hit the ground and just be done. No one's gonna be there. It's that irrational fear that a lot of us have that like, oh, even though I meticulously spent all this time, invested all this love, and felt like it was mutual. Not that you do it because you expect it to be reciprocated, but like you hope, right? Everyone has that hope that your found family's going to be there when you fall. Mine was. Holy crap, mine was. My goodness, dude. Mika, Ashley Cat, Leggies, Cheebs. I mean, I put a big list of people up. Ethan, those ones right there, that's my like fucking ride or die, dude. Like, God damn it. Those people right there. Morgan, obviously, but she was also affected by this. So all those people reached out to both of us. Like, Mac Crew, Leggies, Cheebs, Ethan. My God. Beautiful fucking human beings. They caught me. You know? Alana Pierce is another one. They really just stuck their arms out and caught me when I needed it the most. And I had that moment happen. And then on top of it, getting all the DMs from all of you, getting so many, you know, people reaching out and sending condolences on the Discord and everything. That's like my core crew right there. But like, I have a little, this is weird, right? And again, my therapist is like, no, this is normal. But I was like, no, it's weird. It's weird. And she's like, okay, it's normal. It's weird, but it's like normal, like weird. It's like weird that you're supposed to experience. But I got this bizarre self-esteem boost from all of this. I'm like more confident that people around me really actually give a shit about me. I'm more empowered to like pursue things I want to achieve. I'm not quite to the point where I feel like I deserve any of the support I've gotten or I deserve to like have more than I already have, but I feel like I'm capable and that it wouldn't be like a terrible sin to the world if I work hard enough to achieve more, the stuff that I really want to achieve. Because for the longest time I took this sort of like, hey, I get to pay my rent and bills with content creation, and I'm really happy about that. And I'm really, really happy about that. And then I just went, well, I didn't set a goal after that, so I'm just going to complacently just go through life and not really engage with stuff as much. And I did that for a bit, and now I'm getting restless again. Now I'm like, but I do want to voice act in anime. But I do want to, you know, hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. All right? I got to fucking invest in myself to do that. So I'm starting, like, I don't know. A lot of it is my sister wanted that for me. And she used to scold the hell out of me when I'd hold myself back. She knew I was holding myself back. She thought I was. She would tell it to me regularly. She would just be like, hey, well, why didn't you go for that? Oh, my gosh, you would have killed it, Brian. So I got to live the kind of life. Not that she was the only factor, like the only voice that I factor in when I make decisions, but she was a big one. She was like one of my first supporters, right? I got to live in a way that does honor her. I got to live in a way that doesn't just honor her, but honors me as well. And that's kind of like where I'm trying to be with all of this. Isn't it awesome realizing how many people care about you? It kind of is. It really is. There's some really beautiful human beings in my life, and they want this stuff from me. And if they're as amazing as I say they are, who am I to challenge them? Who am I to doubt them? If they really want that from me, I gotta give it a go. I gotta try my best. Part of the reason I'm saying this is it led me to a decision that I almost didn't make, and then was like, holy crap, my sister would scream at me if I didn't do this. Some of you probably saw this. Tito, exactly. Exactly. I gotta make some good stories, so the next time I see her, I have some cool stuff to tell her. Because that was our thing. Whenever we met up, whenever we caught up, she'd go, hey, do you have any more voice acting gigs you can tell me about? Oh, you guys went out to LA recently? Tell me about the trip. It was like really important to her that I was thriving. And I really hope, really hope that what I do from this point onward does honor that, at least to some degree. And a few of those moments over the last couple of years, very surreal. Sure, and you deserve it. Like, obviously, I've told you this a million times, so I know I'm one of the people who shows up. Because it's not just an obligation. Truly care about you a lot. Oh, thank you so much, Hills. Also, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. Those of you who don't follow me on socials, I am part of the reason this is not me returning to a consistent streaming schedule, although I might do it while I'm there, is before my sister passed, on my birthday, she gave me some money, and she said, "Treat yourself." And I said, "No, I'm gonna put this into, gifts for you, or gas money to come out and see you, or whatever, hey, I'm not gonna think about treating myself right now." But her last wish for me was for me to treat myself to another experience, which I hadn't been doing, because again, this past year has just been dedicated to her and my family, and making sure that a lot of like worthwhile time and effort was put into that. After all this happened, been talking to Ethan quite a bit, and I haven't seen Ethan in a while. It's been like a year and a half ish, I think, at this point, which is a really long time for us not to hang out. He very generously is offering up his house. Treat yourself with some estrogen. Oh God, the bills. Yeah. We'll be going to LA on Wednesday. Morgan and I already booked flights. We actually got invited to a cool event out there, which I can't reveal anything about now, but the event's just one part of it. It's a very small part of it. And it really is that, like, hey, I'm pushing myself to do this because my sister, like, if she was still around, would have fucking killed me if I said no to this opportunity. So we'll be going out to LA on Wednesday. We're only going to be out for a couple days. So Wednesday to Sunday. So very short trip. It's kind of all I can afford to do at the moment. But we'll be out there for a few days, and then we'll probably, like, sometime next year, plan a longer trip out to LA to catch up more. But it's very important to me. So those of you who tipped and stuff, I know a lot of you are like, hey, this is to help you get through rent and bills. Y'all are helping us do that already. But just for full transparency,
Can't get rid of me that easy boost gritty scurb chaos gerbs.
Ty, thank you for the 15 months. I appreciate that. Uber, welcome as well. Hope you guys have a good time. Thank you. Yeah, but just to be completely honest, because a lot of people are like, what? I donated so you could go buy food or something, right? Please know we've treated ourselves to several meals. Very, very heartwarming gestures by people. I've been ordering a lot of my sister's favorite meals, actually, recently. So thank you for that. Thank you so much for just offering something that I was able to transform into a very sentimental kind of experience. But after losing her, I need to be around found family. I was forced around a lot of relatives that I don't have a great relationship with over the past 2 weeks. I did not get a lot of restorative energy from those moments. So it's very important to me right now to be around people, my found family, who I love so deeply, who I know are going, I mean, Ethan has texted me every single day since I told him that we were going to be going out there, and just being like, I can't wait to see you. I miss you so much. So we're going to have a really good time, and it's going to be very restorative to both my and Morgan's soul. Yeah, so thank you. Thank you to anyone you've contributed to, like, trip snacks. You've contributed to the cost of, flights, stuff like that. Ubers we might have to take while we're out there, or we might rent a car. I know you like to be transparent, but it's really no one's business what you do with the tips. They're for you and Morgan if you wish, and you do what you want or need with them. I appreciate that a lot, but also I've noticed how the industry's changed so much, where people just will set like an arbitrary goal and be like,
Operation Del Taco Fund is a go.
Brookie, thank you so much for the tip. I appreciate that. I will be eating Del Taco. So if you're anti-Del Taco, I'm sorry. I'm using the money on that. If you're giving me food, if you're giving me money. I apologize. It will be used for that. Airport food and LA in general is goddamn expensive. Yeah, it can be. Airport especially, gosh. Yeah, we'll probably be grabbing some meals while we're traveling for like 10 hours a day. Oh no, you're using the money to take a trip that will be incredibly healing and needed. No, that sucks. Well, okay. All right. Yeah, but like, again, I like Gray Lady said, no one needs to know what I'm doing with the money. Yeah, 1-800-GO T-Pain. We'll see if that billboard's still up. I hope it is.
Were a vegan.
Ty, what the heck?
Now
Thank you
you
very
will
much
be
for the
gone.
10 gifted. Thank you, thank you, thank you. God, Morgan and I love LA a lot. So many of the people we love are out there. So yeah, it is really what something like we kind of need and want. We'll be traveling here and there to see other friends as well throughout the upcoming months, just to, I don't know, get that restorative energy, get a change of scenery. Nice recharge with the LA sun and found family. Sounds much deserved. I appreciate that. Yeah, we've had a hell of a year. I know everyone has, but like, God, it's been very weird. But what I was kind of trying to say to Gray Lady's point was I've noticed this bizarre trend with content creators, especially streamers, where it will just be an arbitrary goal. And it's like, yeah, sure, it's no one's business what they do with that money. But it's like, if I'm asking my community, like, I have a fucking $2,000 tip goal up here that was just like, I don't know what to set it to after all of the tips that came through. So I'm just doing this. But this Girbeagly is a thing we do every year, and also it will be used for the travel stuff.
Just flinging to your head, how strange.
Apollo, thank you so much for that. That's really kind of you. Thank you for the tip. But and like, again, no one owes an explanation of what they do, and that's like the social contract between them and their communities. Some people are like, I don't care what the streamer does, I just want to help support them because I like their content, and that's wonderful. But especially in a time where I'm like, I'm healing at home, I haven't worked for almost a month. Oh, suddenly I'm spending a lot of money to go all the way across the country. It's less about like, hey, I have to defend this decision, and more of just like, hey, this is what's happening. Hopefully it doesn't look shitty. And if it does, again, I'm not really going to take those opinions into account. I kind of don't give a shit. But also, it's like, I don't know, those of you who trust me and who I trust mutually, like, I'd rather people just know. Also, get hype, you know? Get hype about the fact that we're going out to LA and being around, like, some really beautiful human beings and getting to do... The event that I got invited to is so cool. It's really cool. I'm going to have a lot of cool things to share about it. So, don't worry, it looks swagalicious. It doesn't, you're good. Thank you. Gnaw on the palm trees, I may.
No, this is a crayon.
Dell on my taco.
Cheeto on my taco till John Twitch snipes me from Twitch HQ.
Hoodie, thank you so much for the tip. Toxic streamer uses tip money for things to help themselves survive and meet basic needs. Yeah, I want people to know a majority of the money has gone to basic needs. If you were someone who's like, I'm giving you money so that you can take time away from work and I hope this helps with your rent and bills, please know a majority of the money has gone towards that and like groceries. This trip is just a bonus thing. And again, a large chunk of it is covered by the money my sister gifted me. Which was very kind that I'm able to do this thing she loved me doing with that money. Can't get over the little gentle curl at the ends of your hair. I love it so much. Wait, really? I didn't even notice. Thank you. Can you bring one of the Hollywood letters back for it? Which one, though? There's like so many to pick from. It's a long word. Just a little treat, please, oh please. Yeah, which one? The O does kind of look like a huge donut. So maybe that's what I bring back as a treat. The D? You can get that outside of LA. The H can also be used as a ladder. Function and form. Dear parasocial streamer, please use my $13.99 tip to buy toilet paper and nothing else. You know, you joke about this, Tito, but there are people who... genuinely act that way online. And again, I am not going to put any stock into those types of things, but it's like, on the off chance that someone who I respect in this community is like, well, wait a second, you said you were going to lay low and not do anything. Like, I'd rather, like, clarify. I guess that's what I'm going for. I'm trying to clarify. And I'd rather be just transparent with my clarification, even if I don't owe that to anybody. That's just my ninja way, and y'all know that. That's who I am. So, well, I shouldn't say that. That's like the parasocial fucking weird thing to say of, like, I get canceled, and I go, but you guys know I'm not that kind of person, right? And then I get away with murder. No, I don't want that either. But you know what I mean. Anyway, I'm talking myself into a hole, as happens. I donated so you could go and have a nice spa day. Girbeagly, haha, fool, I'm using this on toilet paper. You bring back Randy's Donut from Inglewood? I bring back everyone Bell's Bagels. That's what I would bring back. Bree comes back from LA, doesn't say anything about it, but next stream, there's a giant E behind the chair. No shop people do that? Oh, it's the internet. Anything you imagine, someone has done. Dear parasocial streamer, please have Del Taco at least once so I can live vicariously. Oh, it'll happen. Can you drop off some BCD on you? In a perfect world, right? Just airdrop that to everybody. Estrogen. Oh, yeah. I mean, I made that post, time's not real, but some number of days ago. Where I was just like, yeah, I think if you didn't read the writing on the walls in this community from me, you really, I don't know, I guess you're just illiterate, because, yeah, that's probably the next natural step. We'll see. E may happen. At LA, I'll be here a while back, and BCD is just too good. Nothing here will ever compare. Also, that tip was not me, but thank you to whoever did that. Thank you. Guys, I have lived in an alternate reality the past year, but especially, again, the past couple weeks. I forgot you did that. Because everyone was being so serious. All the messages people sent with the tips while I was offline, or the gifted subs or resubs or whatever, were so sweet, and everyone was just like, this is me sending you love and support, and I was like, great. Oh my gosh. And I got so used to that like being back and having people meme tip me with my own name, it was like a culture shock moment for a second. Can we airdrop estrogen like those farm planes? Oh my god, I'll just stand outside with my mouth open. My hope is when I do a blood test, I just have unnaturally high levels of estrogen in me already, so the work is less strenuous. I don't know.
He only likes her because she's old.
Never been tested for that.
25.
Only for autism.
But I still got these sick rhymes. Pick a tick name Nick on your pal Rick with a candle wick.
Eliza, thank you for the 57 months. I appreciate that. Bringing back a giant E would be impressive since there isn't one in Hollywood. That's actually very true. Ouija Peaches, hello, hi. What if I gave you my estrogen and you gave me your testosterone? God, in a perfect world, we should just be able to, like, there should be an app for it, right? Truly, in a perfect world. Brian goes to LA and makes a giant letter in Ethan's backyard. I don't know what we have planned. He was like, do you want to just, like, veg out and watch movies all day? And I was like, that sounds like a perfect time. So we might just do that. I don't know. Outside of this event that we're going to, I really don't know. Yeah, the E is for EEF. Why are we not trading estrogen and testosterone like the old days? I know! Like they used to do in the good old days. What else did I have to talk about? I don't know, dude. My memory is so terrible at this point. It's like the worst. Perfect world, boobs would be velcroed on. Bartering hormones like our ancestors want. Exactly. That's what capitalism should have been. And instead, like, we have the, like, most embarrassing 12 men running the world. Like, trying to use their vast fortunes to make people like them. That's really sad. Back in my day, I could get a bag of estrogen. Yeah. And it was only for a quarter. It was back when people wanted to work for their estrogen. Good Lord. What was it? Chat. Something cool happened, probably. Sorry. We'll get back to some regular stuff. I'm thinking maybe Monday I'll be able to do like a media review, but maybe not. I don't know. I might just want to play Power Wash. Next few days are going to be up in the air. I'm seeing my best friend tomorrow because he actually is dealing with a heavy thing on his side as well. So we were like, do you want to get together and just like commiserate for a night? So we're going to be doing that tomorrow. Yeah, exactly. Nah, the bartering system back then, really, yeah, it was a lot better. Back to the E-mines. Wish trading hormones could actually work. I think about this regularly, like, please let me trade, right? Yeah. Forget, like, I don't know. Forget freaking generative AI. We should be investing all that money in research into learning how to safely trade hormones. Gladly pay you Tuesday for some estrogen today. Good old wimpy burger. Estrogen burger. There we go. Trading Pokemon cards, no trading hormones. Doesn't the body start turning testosterone into estrogen if there's too much? Maybe? That's beyond my pay grade to know. Don't tell the alpha bros. I think scientists, because we need to have them accidentally feminize themselves. I think scientists should allow me to create a third secret hormone in a lab. Well, just become the scientist and then give yourself, permission to do that. Yeah, in space, exactly, in all the sci-fi movies where they're just like, yeah, I am just a woman now. The end. Easy, dude. Meet cute at the hormone converter. Oh my god. Oh, Minz, that's wild. I didn't know that. It can backfire. Well, for me, that wouldn't be a backfire. That'd be awesome. So. Yeah, right, Bumblebee. Like, there's too many species that have the privileges we don't have. Unreal. Cuttlefish and clownfish. What's that about? But yeah. Zoe, hello, hi, welcome. Since I can't think of anything, dude, I'm almost out of gas. I'll be completely honest. Like I said, what didn't we cover? Okay, so typical, totally it's just there for fun for the last couple days of November. Over 100 subs tonight. Good Lord, I really appreciate that a lot. Y'all are amazing. The climb back to 700, we don't have to sprint there. Y'all did so much while I was offline, but we'll get back there. I knew my sub count was going to be really low when I came back. Obviously not the priority. Thanks for letting me talk about this stuff. Let's do some good news, I guess. It's been a very long time. So if you're someone who has good news... Oh, there we go. That's what I have good news. I had to skip a bunch of voice acting auditions, and I thought it was going to sync me, but I just got another one. So I do actually have some voice acting auditions still. So I'm really happy about that. But if you have any good news that we can all comfortably enjoy together, feel free to share it. It doesn't have to be anything big, as long as it's something that makes you happy, or it might be big to you. And please tell us that, Please be like, hey, this might not... but don't diminish. Don't diminish your good news. If you're, like, hype about it, tell us about it, I hope to see other people congratulate each other on their good news, celebrate each other. It's what we do here, and it is something that I think has brought a lot of people some good energy. I need to know there's good things happening to good people in this good community, while my personal life is full of a lot of tragedy and grief. And again, thank you just for being so kind. But I'll read some, and then we'll see what happens here tonight. Good news seeing you, Brian. What the heck? Great lady, that's mutual. This is really great to have you here. Thank you so much. Thanks for your support. Good news, I get to go Christmas shopping tomorrow with my nieces. have so much fun. I hope it goes well. I hope that you're safe. Made a bomb mac and cheese? Sounds so good. I love a good mac and cheese. Especially for like a big dinner like that. Good news, I survived working retail on Black Friday. It's a goddamn horrible thing. What a rite of passage for some of us. I have also survived Black Friday in retail before, and it is no joke. And especially now it's not. Really glad to hear you got through it.
Enjoy your trip. Safe travels.
Marble Mom, thank you for the 71 months. I appreciate that a lot. I will. Travel safe and have a lot of fun. I'm going to make the most of it. Again, only there for a few days, but staying with Ethan will make things easier as far as seeing a lot of people that I normally see when I'm out there. Because we're just going to use that as home base, hang out, vibe, and if we're feeling restless, we'll go say hi to some people. Hopefully the event that I'm going to, I finally get to hang out with Damien. Oh my god, if he's not there, I'll be sad. Wife and I are going to see some puppies tomorrow before hanging out with the family for a late holiday meal. Oh my gosh, have so much fun with the puppies, have so much fun with the family. Enjoy the good food as well, Twilight. Good news is I'm doing both regular and pool physical therapy, and this week was the first week that I wasn't in a lot of pain from it. Hopefully that means I'm improving. Uber! So happy to hear about the physical therapy. Hopefully making some progress, like you said. Definitely, I feel like that means that your like muscles are probably building up a bit, which is good. Very glad to hear about the lack of pain, though. Some not so good news, but I wanted to tell y'all. I don't remember if y'all remember Whiskey from Pet Jobs. I just had to say goodbye to him a few weeks ago. Rackalove, sending so much love your way. I'm so sorry to hear that. My condolences. Trying my best to mourn him. Incredibly good news that I've been waiting for over a year for is that I just got to move into a new apartment. It's on the 3rd floor with no elevator, though, so the move has been super tough, but I'm really happy with it so far. Yeah, that is the worst, when there's not an elevator on an elevated floor like that, but I'm glad that you get to experience a new setting, a new environment, a new place to bring the memories of Whiskey and your feelings with you without having to like maybe sit in a place where it might not have as good of memories, or if Whiskey, passed in that new apartment, then, sort of that idea of like new beginnings, new adventures, new things that like, as the pain fades, you remember the good stuff. But sending all of this community's condolences your way, Racklove, and good luck with the new place. That's really great. Also, chat, I'm very far behind, so if you're trying to talk to me in real time, as usual, I'll catch up eventually, I promise. Good news, watched the Lego Batman movie recently, and I can say it brings me joy. Remy, I'm glad you enjoy it. I haven't watched it yet, but it looked kind of cute. I've been watching a lot of comfort media recently. Playing a lot of video games on my Steam Deck. Finally digging into my backlog. It's weird when you're held in place for a very long time, and then sort of the natural conclusion of it happens the way that has happened. It's almost like you were being held back by this glass pane as like life was trying to force you forward, and you kind of stayed stuck, and now all of a sudden that glass pane is shattered, and I am like zipping forward, and I'm doing all this stuff, and again, I'm trying to be so healthy about it and dwell where I need to dwell and take the energy and the time and the space that I need that serves me. But like I wasn't playing, like while my sister was sick, I wasn't like playing video games for fun. I wasn't really listening to music much. I wasn't doing like a lot of my hobbies that I really love, and I'm finally getting kind of like back into them a little bit. So like Lego Batman's like on my watch list for my movies I want to watch. I watch movies before bed a lot now. I've been playing a lot of like games on my Steam Deck, tackling my backlog, getting a lot of satisfaction of doing the stuff that I know wouldn't land great here, that I've been interested in playing. So that's been really cool to be able to do. Anyway, Hood News, Booba got Hoodie, that is amazing. Congrats on the top surgery. Congrats on the gender affirming care. What a goddamn win for you and for this community. I'm so happy to hear about that. Got my drains out yesterday and can sleep on my side now. Let's go. Also, anyone who's scared that they're actually secretly faking like I did, Motherhood can confirm that I cried the first time I saw my chest and said it's right. It finally looks right. Hoodie, as someone who regularly is like, well, maybe I'm not trans. And then Morgan will look at me and be like, yeah, because cis people regularly are like, I need to spend money on clothes and makeup and think of myself as a girl, or I get sad. Like, yeah, it's like, that's not a normal cis thing. No one is faking it. I know that's like a side effect of like dysphoria, but like, and again, hopefully normalizing it by even talking about it. But like, yeah, shit, follow your heart. And I'm so glad that you did for yourself, Hoodie. It's so small, but we're getting a new washer dryer delivered tomorrow, and I can finally do laundry again. Fran, that's amazing. That is not small at all, because that's such a nice convenience, especially if it's new. That's awesome. Got good news, but I worry it might be a little salt in the wound, so I'll just say that there's been some, and it's been a relief to my family. Mins, listen, it's never really salt in the wound, because you are not someone who's trying to apply salt to a wound. I know that impact and intention have a very complicated balance in every interaction, but like, please don't worry about, I wouldn't be live if I thought like a single comment from someone would send me careening into depression. I'm gonna deal with that myself after stream is over. I am only on camera now because I'm strong enough. But thank you for the consideration and the mindfulness. That's very sweet. And congrats to your family. And again, feel free to share down, you know, if I see another message from you down below, I'll read it. But yeah, good news. Since you were last live, sorry, I forgot how to read for a second, Sky. Good news, since you were last live, is that I saw SF9. I love Jaeyoon very dearly. And had my last call with Junghyun for this era. He called me a liar, and I didn't have time left to call him out. I'm so glad that you had such fun experiences, though, Sky. That is awesome to hear. Love that for you. Good news, I got a gifted sub from Ty. Yes, you did, and I've not been in Late Night Gang for a while. Well, Ira, it's good to have you. Welcome. Good news, and it's great to see the ways that people generously support each other in this community. Yeah, thank you so much to anyone who gifted subs tonight. It is not something I've been taking for granted. Truly. Good news, I scored a booster pack of Surging Sparks from the vending machine at my grocery store a week or so ago. And I've been ripping a couple packs a day and enjoying filling out a binder with new Pokemon for the first time since I was 12. Yo, Ace, that's so fun. God, I love that. And especially since you haven't done that since you were so young. That does, like, heal those, like, years of, like, you know, missing out on a hobby or this interest that you have, this passion, this thing that you love. I love that. That heals like a part of, you know, younger you. That's really great. So, good news. My mom wanted to try a new restaurant in Memphis instead of going to a casino buffet this year. Got to try cannoli for the first time. Oh, man, I love a good cannoli. My younger brother bought my youngest brother and I McDonald's for dinner. Well, that's very nice. I'm glad that y'all join each other in such joy around food, because I'm the same way. Morgan and I love a good meal. We love going and trying a new place, getting a really satisfying meal, and being like, this was a whole experience because we had great conversation. We had like this great like time together. And that's how we look at meals a lot of the time. And I know not everyone has that relationship to food or to eating at a restaurant or anything like that, but it's really great to hear those types of stories. That's really lovely that your family finds a lot of love through mealtime. Good news. I had my last theater design lecture / lab today. The whole class got to put up their model designs like a little art gallery. Mine is in the art channel if any wish to gaze. And our professor, in the Discord, yeah, awesome. Our professor brought in donuts for us all. That's so cute. That's wonderful. I love that. Very, very cool stuff to hear about the little art gallery. Congrats on getting through theater design. Very good stuff. Proud of you, Apollo. Good in our news, had a long healing talk with a friend about the fallout we have and how we basically just all had concurrent mentee bees. It freaking happens, you know? And we're still family. It's a huge weight off my chest. Thanksgiving was good. Got to meet my great aunt's new dog, Daisy, who's the cutest, sweetest baby. Aw, Daisy. That's so cute. So glad you also got to reconcile. Not everyone gets to. Not everything that, you know, happens to us as far as our relationships like that kind of fall apart ever gets explained. So the fact that you had the opportunity to do that and it had the good ending is awesome to hear, Maddie. I love that. Good news, a vindictive fired employee tried to get us in trouble with the state, but they came and found nothing wrong, so suck on that, Hazel. Little Chaos, I'm glad that everyone dodged the bullet, and hopefully that person just goes and gets some, like, therapy or something, because that's rough when someone's being that petty, especially when it's undeserved. Very glad that that stressful event's over for you all. So, got to pet my mom's llamas while they're all fluffy and soft with their winter fleece. God, that sounds awesome. Love that. Goth news. I'm almost done with this semester. I'll be starting work on my final photography project this weekend. I won't be getting it all done because I'm getting a new figure delivered Monday that I wasn't expecting to get at all, and I'm going to be using her for some of the photos as well. Oh my gosh. Hey, end of the semester stuff, I know, like, stress levels are going to be high, and final projects especially are like, whew, you know, I believe in you. You're going to kick butt. Obviously, do what you can. And we'll be rooting you on. I'm so proud of you. Like, genuinely, you've shared so much of this experience, Glittergoth. I'm so freaking proud of all the work that you've put in. I'm so proud of seeing, like, the progress you've made and the moments where you've gotten to feel so proud of yourself or understand your own boundaries or engage in things in ways that, like, are from a different perspective than you initially had engaging with it. It's been so refreshing. It's been really lovely to see. Good news, my local Walmart finally implemented a buy limit on Pokemon cards, so I was able to actually snag 5 booster packs for Phantasmal Flames. I haven't gotten any, oh my goodness, because the scalpers couldn't snatch pallets at a time. Busby, I'm glad that you were able to treat yourself to that. Obviously, buying Pokemon cards has not been anywhere on my radar recently. Those of you who have sent me so many generously, I promise again, Pokemon card openings will happen again. But super happy to hear that people are able to treat themselves to little fun things like that. And also good to hear that, like, retail stores are like, holy shit, scalpers do suck, guys. Good news, my dog and my new kitten get along so well now. I love that. They love to play and get into so much mischief together. They're teaching each other that mischief, right? Current objective is trying to demolish the Christmas tree. Oh. Well, good luck to you and the Christmas tree. But I'm so glad that they're, you know, partners in crime in a really cute way. Good news is that project is finished and done. Yes, if y'all did not see Corey's YouTube project that they have been sharing on our Discord in the support the mod section, please go do so. It's a really cool project. Love that. Just had a goofy time with my little niece. Her laughter is so infectious. I love that, Corey. That's so cute and so fun. And also, congrats on finishing a project. I'm so glad you got to see it from beginning to end. You got to, like, pick up things that you might want to do better for the next one, or things that you didn't realize you were doing that you were like, whoa, this is so cool that I do this. I want to implement this more intentionally. Like, that's the coolest thing about just doing it, right? You just did it. Like, the work was put in. That's cool as hell. Some people just sit there and they plan and they wait for the, quote, perfect moment. You just did it. And that's really cool. That's the only way we learn. That's the only way we improve. That's the only way we really get to share, like, a raw part of, like, our creative spirit with the world. Good news, I'm packing up some Twice photo cards for you and Morgan. What the heck? Because it is the thing I have to offer right now. I'm giving you some. What? The thing that you have to offer is just, like, I don't know, living a good life. That's all we ever want for you. But I really appreciate that a lot, Sky. Good news, one of my clients is discharging next Friday, graduating from her services. And I'm already getting sad about it. Been on her team since she started 2 years ago. She's made such great progress. She's thriving in kindergarten now. It's bittersweet to see her go. That's so lovely, though. That is so lovely that you supplied that kind of support to a youngster in need, a child in need. We don't have enough people who want to do that and offer that kind of effort and time and support. That's really lovely, Mare. I get the bittersweet vibes of it, though, for sure. But, gosh, just, you know, keep rooting her on. Keep being proud of the work you did and the work and the progress that she made. Love that. Recently received edits for both the second and third book. Whoa, both of them. It was a little stressful receiving it around this holiday, but I'm glad the publisher gave me extensions for them. So the good news was I get to enjoy the holiday stuff with my family while working on this stuff. Spark, I'm so glad that you get that family time that you're looking forward to. I'm glad that it worked out in a way you got, like, understanding people working with you. That's awesome to hear. I'm so excited for you. I've started shaking the rust off for, for reading. I'm starting to get back into the swing of reading, and I can't wait to, like, sit down and seriously just, like, absorb what you've written. I'm so excited about that. I've been very distracted, obviously, this past year, and I'm just, I guess that's like the part of the silver lining of any of this is I'm finding myself again. I'm really discovering who I am. Again, this is going to be my new normal, and it's going to be strange, and it's going to be different, and I'm going to be a different version of who I was in previous chapters of my life. But I'm really, really, really happy to find who I am. I'm excited for that. I am hopeful that the healing that I do through this grief right now is going to turn me into someone that I've wanted to be, you know? And reading is part of that. I love reading. I love reading stories, and I love the generosity you had by sharing your work with me. Thank you. Little lady news. Content warning, brief medical talk. Thank you for including that, Nye. You're awesome. After testing out meds and seeing her reaction, we've mostly settled on one that will hopefully help her arthritis pains. Oh, I'm so glad. As for me, I've started to get back into writing again after putting it off due to depressive episodes. It's not much progress, but it's been giving me a lot of peace. Nye, I'm proud of you because obviously I'm very familiar with depression. And I know how much work it takes. It's something that it never goes away. It's kind of like we talked about with grief. You can't cure depression. It's always there in some form. Even if you're on like medication for it, even if you're in therapy for it, you learn to work around it and with it and through it. And that is the whole point of mental health care. And you even doing something that might feel incremental to you, it's an important thing to do because that normalizes that within ourselves. It proves to us we can do it. You're doing great. And also really happy to hear about the arthritis pains being helped out with, obviously very near and dear to Morgan and me because of Sig's arthritis stuff. So, love seeing all the good. Yeah, good Lord. Thank you everybody for being patient as I'm getting caught up on chat. It's been a long time. I want to give everyone their moment. Good news. Next paycheck from my rent-paying job will be the most money from them ever. Been there for a year or two now. Nice. And it's a huge step in being the most financially stable I've been in a while. Love that. Slowly tapering off into SSRI in case the cost of it gets too high has been so far successful. I'm glad you're taking those precautions in a way that still works for you, obviously. But also to hear that the financial stability at the same time might help alleviate like even a fraction of those kinds of worries. Very happy to hear that. I really hope that's a great sign that, yeah, maybe things are turning a corner as far as like that work goes. That's awesome to hear. Good news. Honestly, things have not been the best in my life, but being here, seeing you, Brian, and everyone is my good news. Miss this. Slade, we love having you here. I'm so sorry to hear that you're struggling. I hope that you know there's so many of us, the mod team, myself, a lot of the friends in your life, a lot of the people here who are here to support you through anything. So thank you for being here. Thank you. Good news, Alessa will be in town. No way. For an event she's working this weekend. I'm going so I can see her after. Alessa's great. The actual event's so random and hilarious because it's a screening of Home Alone followed by a moderated interview and Q&A with Macaulay Culkin, which I give zero shits about attending, but I miss Alessa, so what the hell, sure. No, that sounds fun as hell. Oh my god, have so much fun at it. And say hi to Alessa for me because Alessa's very great. Have so much fun with that. Listen, as a Home Alone enjoyer, Home Alone 2 was one of my sister's favorite movies, so it was always a holiday tradition to watch it and will continue to be so. It does. If you don't like it, don't feel bad about it. You're not insulting me. I didn't make Home Alone 2. It just happened to be my sister's favorite movie. One of her favorite movies. So you're all good. Don't worry if you have a strong opinion about the Home Alone series. That's fine. I'm not going to take personal offense to that. But I'm someone who just likes events. If there's like something in my area that's like, oh yeah, they're doing like a screening of The Princess Bride and frickin' Carrie Ewells or however you say his last name is going to be there. Like, I'd be like, yeah, I'll go. That sounds cool. Actually, that did happen in Rochester, but the tickets were like $1 bajillion because Morgan and I were like, we're going. That sounds fun. And then it cost way too much and we didn't. So, but I love when those types of events happen. I would totally go to that. That's cool. The good news is my mom's lymph biopsy came back negative for cancer, and the rest should be gone come December after at least one more surgery. We're all crossing our fingers. Mins, I'm so happy to hear that. Sending your family all the good vibes. Really, really happy. Here's my thing about it. It's like, obviously, I don't want people to like just bring up cancer unprompted, especially because I do have a sensitivity to it to a degree. But it's stuff like that. It's like, holy crap, it's not salt in the wound for me at all. Here's my perspective on that. I just watched my sister decline because of that. And you know, lose that battle. Why would I ever want anyone else to ever go through that? When I hear about someone being like, yo, my mom, you know, just tested as benign for like the tumor she had. Fuck yeah. Oh my God. That is an amazing thing. I want, y'all think that like, here's the thing. Y'all think we go hard for St. Jude every year already? This next year in 2026, we're going crazy for it, dude. One of the places that my parents and I asked, people who went to the funeral, which by the way, holy fuck, dude, I'm so glad so many people loved my sister. So many people showed up for her funeral. Like, oh my, it was overwhelming. They didn't have enough chairs at it. It was overbooked. There was rows of people standing behind all the chairs. There was like hundreds of people there. It was crazy. And I had to speak in front of all of them, and it was scary. But it's like we asked at the funeral for people to donate to St. Jude. And a ton of people did. A ton of people donated to St. Jude. We're going to go even harder. I don't want anyone to ever experience this shit. Ever. Especially kids. So don't feel bad about tangentially bringing up stuff like that, Mins, or anyone else. Y'all are amazing. Like, truly, you're amazing. More goth news. Hoots is listening to music while he's in the shower. It's currently playing a Powerline song from the Goofy movie. Yeah, let's go. Heck yeah. Classic. Maddie, take care of yourself. Thank you so much for dropping by. I appreciate you. I'm sorry if I missed you saying goodbye. If you already popped out, maybe you're seeing this in the VOD. But thank you for sharing your wonderful energy. Again, I'm very far behind on chat, everybody. But thank you for being here. Y'all are great. Yeah, plot twist for like creative endeavors. There's never a perfect moment except when you decided to do it anyway. Hell yeah. Love that. Good news, my dogs are now clear of kennel cough and can run around without hacking and gasping. Marvel Mom's so happy to hear that. Dogs don't deserve that. Dogs don't deserve any health issues. They're innocent, beautiful little angels. I'm glad to hear that they're feeling better. Very, very happy. Girl paper makes me happy, so I hope it's a nice little thing for you guys. Sky, thank you. That's really nice. Free pack of hollow sleeves. Oh, wow. It's because you're such a loyal customer. Oh my gosh, that's very nice of you. Thank you, Sky. That's really sweet. Hannah, please get some wonderful rest. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate your energy always. Yeah, thank you. Sorry I'm scrolling slow, everybody. But it's good to have y'all doing well, those of you who are. And those of you who aren't, I hope that the good news from the community, again, is a reminder that people you care about have some good things happening to them. And whenever you do, obviously they're going to be there for you too. I rewrote a short story to introduce new readers into my award-winning fantasy series. Nice little flex in the middle of that. No, be proud of yourself. That's great. Reconnected with the company that made my main character's wand to make some practical versions for readers. Oh, cool. That's very cool. I'd love like additional media, like merch style media and stuff that is hand in hand with like a book or something. It's cool. It's really neat. That's awesome to hear. Awesome to hear about people tackling their creative endeavors. It's really neat. We have so many authors in this community, like published authors. It intimidates me a little bit as someone who eventually will be getting into my own writing more. So, yeah. Tiny Monster, all good. I'm so glad to have you here. I hope your lurk is restorative in some kind of
Use it
way.
for stress relief for both you and Morgan.
Thank you. That's so sweet. What the heck? Well, we are going to LA in a few days, so thank you. Thank you. We'll get some of our like favorite food while we're out in LA or something. That's really sweet of you. Thank you very, very much. Or save it. We've been trying to save up a little bit, obviously, as well. But yeah, that stuff goes towards like rent and bills and our travel that we're about to go on and everything. That's really sweet of you. Thank you very much, Marble Mom. Yeah, Kevin. Never seen Home Alone? Well, it's so old now that it's pretty cheap for most streaming services to license it. Sometimes on some of the like free smart TV channels. Hopefully you get to watch it. More goth news. Oh my god, Glitter Goth. Please, I'd love to hear about the abundance of good news from your household. I got the most beautiful piece of Labradorite for an extremely good price today. It's got so much flash in it, I can't stop touching the rock. That's cool. I love that. Very cool stuff. I love, listen, people are treating themselves to fun little things right now. The world is weird. Very, very proud of you for sticking it through, pushing through, and telling yourself, hey, I deserve this. That's cool. Also, just the fact that it's like a cool new like gem rock thing. Very cool stuff. Obviously, Morgan has quite the collection as well. I just went to a funeral like that where my family had to stand, and it's crazy heartwarming in a strange way. Yeah, it's wild. One of the last jokes that my sister said was, you know what? I bet my calling hours are gonna go crazy. And as fucking morbid and like gallows humor as that was, that's just who she was. And she was fucking right. She was right, dude. So many people showed up. It was very, very moving. Handmade shipping shields? Oh my god, Sky, thank you. You truly spoil us. Thank you. I don't know if I missed people's good news too. I'm still scrolling. I promise I'll catch up. Yo, what's up, Bedhead? Haven't watched a stream in over a year. All good. I'm putting in new efforts to learn digital art. I watched YouTube as a kid instead of creating. That's awesome, though. That's amazing. You can start learning something or improving a creative endeavor at any age, at any time. That's awesome. Good luck to you. That's great. That's really, really cool. Annoying news. I keep forgetting to get stamps and envelopes to mail your birthday gift. Dog, you don't have to send me a freaking birthday gift. Austin, keep that for yourself. You deserve it. Whatever you got is probably so cool. Good news, it will be there when you get back from LA. What the heck, bro? Thank you. I appreciate you a ton. Seriously. You should be treating yourself more with the year you've had too, man. Seriously. Everyone's so sweet. Yeah, I don't even know if there's stuff in the P.O. box. I haven't checked it in way too long. I either haven't seen it or I have seen it and have no memory of the plot, so this is kind of a crazy setting to actually absorb it for the first time. Are we talking about Home Alone, Shira? Because here's the thing. Home Alone does not make fucking sense as a movie. I loved it as a kid because your brain isn't, like, evolved enough to be like, oh yeah, this is weird. But like, as an adult rewatching it, it really is like two different movies mashed together. It really is like this bizarre. It's like this kid's like slapstick mousetrap ass movie, and then like a sad yet endearing like family comedy drama that is very indicative of the era it was released in. And it doesn't make any fucking sense because it has this total tone shift halfway through where it's like, oh, family movie that's like about like this kind of slightly heavier subject and like more nuanced themes and some like neighborhood shenanigans and family shenanigans. And then it turns into this fucking ultra-violent kids movie. It's a fucking mess, dude. I love it. Yeah, it's a good movie, but not because it's actually a good movie, exactly. And then number 2 takes the formula even crazier. But I love it. I still love it. I think I love it because it is so bizarre. It is a very unique formula of a movie. It's like, I don't know, dude. It's a stereotypical 90s family film that turns into a slapstick kids movie partway through. Why? I don't know. It's just really weird. It's really bizarre. I kind of love it. It makes no sense. It's like the family drama is like bookends to this like insane middle section where what? You know? Yeah, truly one of the greatest films to view as an 8-year-old. Exactly. So yeah, whenever everyone watches it for the first time, feel free to bring it up in chat, and we'll have a whole Home Alone discussion about how freaking weird. I need to watch the second one again. The best part of the second one is Tim Curry's in it. I mean, it's rewatching that one as an adult. I'm like, oh, they were like, we gotta like really push the cartoony gags. We're gonna just make this a live action cartoon. But Tim Curry is fantastic in everything. So I was very, drawn into that goofy character acting he did when I was a kid. I think it really inspired me to get into acting myself. But, yeah. I don't know. It's fun. It's a fun movie. And I quote it all the time. It's one of my favorite movies to quote. Unfortunately, here's a quick spoiler trigger warning, though, for the movie. Number 2, unfortunately, has a cameo of Donald Trump in it. It fucking sucks. Especially right now. It is the worst. Of, like, rewatching it and getting jump scared by that orange, stupid Halloween mask with a body. I was really upset. I was like, oh, yeah, shit. He is in this for, like, one 10-second scene. Piece of shit. Silver, thank you for the Prime for 61 months. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah. Yeah, boo to mate. But if you're only watching the first movie, there is no Donald Trump. So that's okay. Yeah, fuck that guy. My violent children's film suddenly turns into a horror movie for all of 20 seconds. It's the only thing I've seen about that movie. I wish I could tell you that was generative AI that people like were using as clickbait, but unfortunately, that is really in it. Yeah, someone edit him out. People on the internet have. There is a version online that you can watch totally legally that has that very small cameo edited it out. So, yeah. Oh, good. This is only the first one. But yeah, it's fun. Yeah, Catherine O'Hara. Okay, thank you so much. Catherine O'Hara is one of Morgan and my favorite actresses just because she has only had an insane career. Her entire filmography is just, she's kind of like a weird lady. And I like that, you know? Oh my god, yeah, Bedhead, you're right. Trump jump scaring the Little Rascals too. Pirating content in here? I would, as a person who has TOS that binds me to not encouraging that, I would never encourage that. So, don't. My cat keeps yawning at me. I don't know why. Probably because your cat is a cat. Yeah, Sig has been yelling at us nonstop just to be a loud guy. He's been really sweet, though. God, animals can tell. I've had a couple days where I've just not been able to leave my bed or the couch. I've been doing a lot of bed and couch rotting. And he will just flop himself across my lap and just lay there, and it's been very sweet. It's just been such a good boy. Yeah, a Trump scare, if you will. Oh, God. Yeah, you wouldn't download a car. Long before 3D printing existed. Long before 3D printing. Yeah, Sig does say hello. Yes, I can hear you thinking. It's baby time instead. About rotting? I wish my couch and my bed were closer. I could just, like, roll off of my bed onto my couch. That'd be kind of sick, right? So, yeah, most of us would download a car. That's the whole thing. Oh, I had a good picture. I put this up on Ko-fi. So if you sub to the Ko-fi, you can see stuff like this. My little gamer girl. She's gaming. Dude. Little baby. You have free will as an adult. Bed could be next to couch. True. My couch is my bed. right now because autism, I guess. Listen, I spent like 2 months sleeping on our couch after I broke my rib. And I only needed like the first month and a half to heal. And then I was like, I'm so used to sleeping on the couch, I'm just going to keep sleeping on the couch if that's chill. And Morgan was like, yeah, but I miss you upstairs. And I'd be like, I'm sorry, I just have to do this for a bit. And I used the time to just watch like shitty action movies that I knew she wouldn't like, so I could rate them badly on Letterboxd, and play video games until like 7 in the morning like a freak. I'm glad I've fixed that and I don't do that anymore. But yeah, I've been there. I had a little staycation sleeping on the couch. It's not even like the typical reason where it's like, oh man, Morgan, my partner's so angry at me, not allowed to sleep in bed. I got doomed to the couch. I got delegated to the couch. She's so mad. She doesn't even want me in bed. No, it's just like, I was like, oh, I'm going to just keep doing that if that's cool. You know I'm kind of like a weird little guy. And she was like, yeah, you're a weird little guy. She was like, yeah, do whatever you want. So, sleeping on the couch does hit different in the right context. Yeah, it was just like, I was like having little sleepovers through bouts of depression. Because after I broke my rib, I got severe depression because it was so physically limiting for a little bit. It was really, really bumming me out when I was recovering from that. It sucked. I only moved to the couch because of mold, but now my windows have been clean for weeks and I just haven't moved back. Yeah, I don't know. It gets like kind of comfy. You get like a weird little couch routine going, you know? Sleeping on the couch as a kid and waking up in the middle of the night to the George Lopez show. Yeah, 3 a.m. It was that or, Education Connection or something blasting. In 2019, I made a blanket fort in my room that was so big I could stand in. For 4 months, I did quite literally everything in it until it finally started caving in. No, I love that, though. Listen, as someone who had a lot of Tylenol throughout my life, I get it. Sometimes just be hitting, okay? It do be. Oh yeah, I needed to show off this photo as well of my big stinky guy. Dude, this was me on the couch the other day with Sig. Look at that. Upside down head. Spooning my hip. Just like fully like just being the big baby. Being the big cuddle mans. He's so baby. He is so baby. And it's been very healing. It's been like genuinely very healing. Sitting on the couch watching a movie with Morgan, playing my Steam Deck, and then Sig just lays across me like that. It's been so nice. Yeah, Ace, God, that fucking era. It was perfect. It had shelves and lights and a mirror and a whiteboard and a fan. Like, what more could you ask for? Actually, sounds like paradise, Shira. As a Tylenol toddler, I loved making nests with blankets and pillows. As an adult Tylenol tyrant, I yearn for a big-sized dog bed. Sometimes it do be hitting when you just curl up somewhere. I could probably just... Here's an embarrassing story. I used to be the editor for a YouTuber who... like, this was many years before I went full-time. But I used to be an editor for a much larger YouTuber. And he sucked at having any sort of organization or communication about what I was supposed to be doing for my job. So there would be days where I'd be like, oh, I think I have the day free. And then, like, Morgan and I would be running errands at, like, 5 p.m., 6 p.m. And he'd email me and be like, yo, dude, so I just, like, got into the groove and I recorded, like, 5 videos. I'm gonna need, like, 3 of them edited by tomorrow. Is that chill? And I'd be like, yeah, I guess, because he used to pay me, like, per video, and he paid me really well for the industry. So I was like, well, yeah, fuck. Yeah, I can get those done for you, because I would love a huge paycheck this week. And I would stay up till like 6:30 in the morning, 7 in the morning editing for him. And Morgan would knock on the door, and suddenly it would be like 3 p.m. because she was knocking on the door and being like, babe, you never came to bed last night. And I'd be like sleeping in my computer chair or sleeping on the office floor because I had gotten so tired editing. This is not healthy, by the way. This is not a lifestyle to emulate. But because of that, I know that if I just curled up in a ball on the floor, I can fall asleep. I can just fall asleep on carpet. It's something I can do. Morgan gets pissed at me every time we travel because I can fall asleep on a plane, and she can't most of the time. She's been getting a little better about it. She brings a neck pillow now. But, like, I have the type of ability to just sleep anywhere. Floor time is needed sometimes. Yeah. Brian Park cat? Yeah, probably. It's why I'm dedicated to the cat girl lifestyle. Eternally jealous. I can also just fall asleep on the carpet. Yeah, you get it. Yeah. Carpet sunspot napping hits different. Yeah, cats got that right. They know what's up, you know, finding a little beam of light that warms you up. The amount of envy I'm feeling as a super picky sleeper right now. Yeah, whenever anyone's like, "Hey, are you someone who sleeps on your side or your back?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I sleep on my back, my side, my stomach. Curled up in a ball. Spread out. Like, I don't know. I can sleep pretty much anywhere. Heike wish that was me because I can barely even sleep under the best condition. I'm so sorry to everyone. Here's the thing. I was nerfed because I do have, like, mild insomnia, though. So sometimes it doesn't matter how, like, comfortable I am. I'm not falling asleep. The brain is gonna just zap too much energy out into the world, you know? We all need designated floor time. I prefer to sit on the ground versus like a chair sometimes, especially if it's a kitchen. Kitchen floor time. Sometimes we get home from getting groceries, we put the grocery bags down, and I just sit on the floor next to them and like hang out on my phone for like 10 minutes before we start putting them away. I can only sleep on my side. I'm sorry for your curse. I thrash around until my consciousness is forcibly ripped from me. I accidentally fell asleep with my Steam Deck in bed last night, and Morgan rolled onto it. I sleep like a rotisserie chicken. Gotta get all the sides, you know, nice and browned. Yeah, Goose, it was an oh no because I was like, did one of us break this? Did one of us crack the screen? Oh, I was very nervous. Fortunately, it's okay. Did the SD card slot get like destroyed somehow? I can kind of sleep when I ingest multiple prescription sedatives. That's unfortunately the way a lot of people have to do it. The angel of Ambien. That's God. I sleep like a gas station hot dog. I'm sorry that I've eaten so many of your relatives. I'm not afraid of gas station food, Chad. I'm stronger than it. Number of times I've crushed my glasses sleeping. I'm so glad I don't wear glasses anymore. That is a huge reason why. Because I also broke several pairs of glasses when I used to wear them. By sleeping with them on and rolling onto them and smushing them. Yeah, being body tired, but the brain is having a 4 a.m. dance party. Oh, yeah, nah. I don't get into REM. Yeah, that sucks. That's the other thing is again, not to get too morbid or keep dragging this up, but like, I was in crisis mode for the past year straight, where it was just like every text, every phone call was, this was it. This was a important thing. This was a scary thing. This was a bad thing. It was how my brain was wired. So I would, you know, not turn do not disturb mode on at night because I was like, what if I miss the call in the middle of the night that says, get on out here, you know, this is it kind of thing. So I was just hyper vigilant about my phone, which sucks. And as a result, I didn't, for a very long time now, I have not been getting super deep sleep. My mom was actually asking me about it today. She was like, are you getting any better sleep? And I said, no, because I'm so used to jumping for my phone. And she was like, yeah, me too. This sucks, you know, kind of thing. But that's a crappy thing. That's something I hope that, you know, as the trauma sort of dissipates a little bit more, as I learn to navigate around it, it gets better. But anyone who suffers from like light sleep like that, it sucks. It's the worst. Even if you're not going through something traumatic, I'm sorry to those of you who don't feel rested after physical rest. So, oh, for real, Goose? Well, okay, that's good to know. Everything's on sale, except the main board. I mean, I hope I didn't snap anything inside there. It's the most repairable device I own. Hell yeah! I mean, because it's a computer in a weird, you know, plastic case. Really, it's what the Steam machine's going to be the same way. I'm kind of pumped about that. I hope it's not too expensive because I'd love to have an excuse to, or a way to play my Steam library on my TV would be sick. Because I could build something that does that, but I don't want to, if that makes sense. I just want a specialized machine that sometimes does computer stuff, but mainly is there as a game console that has the 2,000 Steam games I own on it. I have Batshit Insane Dreams, which is kind of awesome for the tortured artist agenda. That is kind of, yeah, infinite inspiration for sure. Can't break your glasses if you don't wear them, true. Bats and Coffins, thank you for that sweetness. Thank you. I did get, you know, DMs and messages from you. I really appreciate that a lot. It's been weird. It's been obviously, it's very fresh still, so it's been a very slow healing process, but I'm doing my best, and I have nights like this where I feel like more capable of being able to do stuff, and I'm so grateful I get to spend this time with so many good people, and that I created the kind of community I have. Like, y'all are just freaking beautiful humans. Thank you, like, truly. Definitely a deep sleeper, but I have so much trouble falling asleep. I'm never feeling rested when I wake up no matter what. It's the worst. It really is. So, is it Steam Deck Dock? Wait, is that a thing? Is that an official Steam product, Goose? Because I had never heard of that, and if that's just the answer to my dreams, then I'll just freaking do that. Is that, do I have to buy a Steam controller separately, or does it interface with the Xbox controller, or like what? I've been considering drinking a Monster before bed so I can get some decent sleep the ADHD way. Modern solutions for modern problems right there, Xander. I only own 22 Steam games. You should have become a content creator 12, almost 13 years ago, and then you will have accumulated more game keys than you know what to do with. Because they just go, here is our indie game we want you to play. Oh, hey, hi, I'm blah, blah, blah from Koei Tecmo, and we saw that you played 12 minutes of Dynasty Warriors 8 4 years ago. Here is the newest Dynasty Warriors. Please cover it on your channel. That's my fate. My burden to bear, chat. Tens of thousands of free video games. You don't understand how hard that is for me. It must interface with the Xbox or PlayStation controller. Yeah, I feel like it would have to because the controller is built into the Steam Deck, right? You're so brave, I know. Braver than the U.S. Marines. I have a third-party dock for my Steam Deck. I have used the desktop mode just as a regular Linux PC. Well, yeah, I know about the, like, being able to use the desktop as, like, a Linux machine. But I don't want to have to do those workarounds. I'm lazy. I want out-of-the-box... Like, I love the customization of the Steam Deck, but I just want out-of-the-box shit, you know? I want something easy. Valve makes one, but there's a lot of third-party ones, too, that I hear people like better. The Steam input, it's hard to find a controller that it can't read. I use a Gen 1 Steam controller and a DualSense. Both work great. Okay. I'll look into it. Thank you for the heads up. That will be a life changer. And then I won't have to spend any money on a Steam machine because it's not something I need. It's just something like I want. And I hate when chat's like, well, what if we tipped you enough money for that? No, you don't. You just tipped for my life for the past like 3 weeks. Thank you. Don't ever send me money again. I can drink a Monster early in the day and can immediately take a nap. If I drink too much caffeine too close to sleep time, my brain will absolutely not shut off no matter what I do. I know it's like it really is like Russian roulette with caffeine for anyone who's neurodivergent for sure. So, games, unlimited games, but no games. You see, you like Jump King. But Corey, that's the thing. I don't even tell y'all about all the... I've been sent, since St. Jude in May, I've been sent 6 Jump King-like games. Because they say, we saw you have put a lot of hours into Jump King. Here's our game that is kind of like it. So, just... that's the true curse I have to bear. I've connected Xbox and 8-bit controllers. This is good to know. Thank you. Thank you for the info. Might be 720p locked because the deck just doesn't scale resolutions upwards. It sure doesn't that well, but at TV distance it's workable. Yeah, I'm okay. I mean, shit, I am from the... well, I'm from much older generations than this, but I'm still impressed by some, like, Xbox 360 games. So, 720p HD is fine. I'll survive it. Especially for, like, older games. I kind of don't care. It's all good. Because I mainly I've been playing a lot of indie games that are like several years old that I just missed the boat on. So, yeah. The emails flood in. Yeah, the email after every May, I get a lot more then, but just throughout the year. It will just be throughout the year. Hey, we saw that you spent like, 55 hours in Jump King. You would love this game that's just like Jump King. So, jump in the walls forever. Yeah, that sounds like my favorite kind of game. Yeah, you must really love Jump King. Please try our game. Yeah, Goose, I've played Power Wash Sim 1 on my Steam Deck for a long time now. What I do is I go into the free mode after I beat a level on stream. Because I want to do all the content on stream first. Because it's just so easy to milk subs and bits out of Power Wash Sim, yes. But also, it's like, after I want to be able to, like, use that as, like, good talking and vibing time on stream. But then I'll play the free mode on my Steam Deck a lot. And I have so many hours in the game. So, can't scare me. I remember tube TVs. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was a thing about, like, visiting my hometown, was going to my childhood bedroom and seeing, like, the tube TV. I remember being so excited. I was 18 years old, and my parents were like, yeah, I lived in a very weird, strict, sort of regressive, socially household at times. So I couldn't have, like, a computer in the room or, like, a TV in the room. And then senior year of high school rolls around. And my parents were like, you know what? Like, maybe it's chill if you have, like, a TV in your room. And so they gave me this old tube TV, which was, like this big, and was only in black and white. And I remember watching just whatever the, like, 3 TV channels that came in on it with its little antenna to go to sleep to. And that was, like, a big thing for me. That was cool. And then eventually I got a little DVD VCR thing that I could hook up into it and watch movies only in black and white. Which was very fun, because if I'd seen it already in color, it was just really strange to watch it in black and white again. But, yeah. Hi, I just got home from my last day at work and saw you're live. Yeah, not for much longer, Shayna, but thank you for dropping by to say hello. I just noticed what the time was as well, so... But it's very nice to have you here. Thank you. I hope work went really smoothly for you. I was kind of talking about everything going on and then talking about some upcoming stuff for those who are here a little later. I am going to LA on Wednesday. I was invited out there for a cool event. And also, my sister, before she passed, gifted me some money and said to treat myself. So the way I'm treating myself with it is going out to LA, staying with Ethan for a few days, and being surrounded by a lot of the found family that I just adore, who will be very emotionally restorative for me as a person. And it's just something I really need to do right now. So I'll be out there. I'm sorry that I'm not going to be doing streams and videos regularly during that time. But once I get back, I'm going to try to lock in a little bit more and hopefully find my new normal, find my new schedule, find my new stride. And those of you who have been so patient about it, thank you. But this is kind of like that, that necessary, just emotional release around friends kind of thing. And then the event I was invited to is really cool. It's very cool, and I should have some cool stories about it when I get back. So, yeah, chaos. It's funny how history repeats. It's, again, why, not to be too cheesy, but it's like why I'm very intentional about breaking the cycle. I know a lot of you are so much younger than me, but you're still adults, and you're grappling with shit that you had to deal with when you were younger, especially a lot of the time. And it took me until, like my 30s before I started really digging into stuff, hardcore, and unpacking stuff. 20s I did it a bit, but I wasn't like ready fully to like step back and see the full picture of things. And now I'm at this point where it's like, well, shit, I have a psych degree, and I have always been very analytical about mental health stuff, and I'm doing a lot of healing in my own therapy. So why don't I pass on the savings to you, right? Why don't I do the best I can to help you break the cycle? All of us have some level of, like, trauma, some level of shame, some level of just arbitrary weirdness that we've, even if it's not actively happening to us anymore, is an echo within our brain that holds us back from reaching our full potential and going for the things that we deserve, and from really connecting with ourselves or loving ourselves in any kind of way. And like I said, the weird, like, silver lining of a lot of the shit that I've just gone through is that because so many people showed up in such a genuine way, it reminded me that people really do think I deserve good things. So why don't I think I deserve good things? Why don't I try a little bit harder? Why don't I find that thing that propels me forward and makes all those people who trusted in me and believed in me even more proud, and make myself more proud and more fulfilled as a result. So if I can break people out of the cycle of, a lot of that, like, oh, I grew up in this, like, stoic, cold environment, or I didn't have my emotional needs met in this way, being able to find the self-love, being able to look around you and go, but look at the found family I created for myself. Those things are so important to give yourself credit for. Those are things that are worth investing time and energy into. And, like, again, that's kind of the side effect of everything that's been going on, is I've really started trusting that people really do actually believe in me and actually do like me. I'm beating down that voice that says they're just being nice. They're only saying that because they feel like they have to. No. And if you are, you're weird for that. But, like, the people who are mainly saying that, I mean, I know if I don't like someone, I don't go out of their way to be like, hey, I believe in you, I'm reaching out, and I hope you're okay. That's not what I do for people I don't like. I just ignore them and pretend I didn't see that they posted on their timeline or whatever. So if I can help, like, normalize and regulate healthier emotions and perspectives, I'm going to do that. Glad that y'all got, to the point you're at, though. Like, truly, very proud of the work that you've put into yourselves to this point. All of you are great. Definitely count you as one of those wise, positive influences in my life. Well, I'm old now. I'm middle-aged, so I have to, like, do something with my age, right? So, yeah. Manifesting, we all get to that point. Yeah, I want that for more people. Less people would be miserable if more people were successful in because they were encouraged and they were fulfilled by the people around them, but more importantly, themselves. You'd get less people projecting. You'd get less people comparing themselves to others. You'd get less people who tore themselves down, and less people who tried to tear others out. Like, things would just be a lot better if everyone could be guaranteed stability and guaranteed encouragement and some level of, like, even social success, where it's like, oh, I tried this thing and I failed, but damn, it didn't make me feel that bad because I gave it my all, and that's all I could do, and people around me know, and I'm not embarrassed that I failed in front of them. Like, that type of security goes so far. I just want that for everybody, you know? So I always say, it's like, I answer, like, any, like, voice acting questions, content creation shit, whatever, because I've found success in those things, and I wouldn't have gotten there without the village that surrounds me. So, I don't know, I want everyone to experience some level of success or fulfillment, whatever that looks like for you. I want you to experience it. I want everyone to. I want the good people in the world to feel those feelings. So yeah. Finally hitting MILF age. That's the plan. I've been telling a lot of friends. I was like, listen, obviously, I love going femme mode whenever I can. And I don't dread being in my 40s. This is going to be a really interesting and exciting era for me. The same way my 20s and my 30s were. Yeah, this is like MILF mommy era. I'm all right with that. So, yeah. Student social work. Hey, that's fun. That's awesome. I worked with a lot of student social workers when I was a psych counselor. Thank you for the work you do. That's great. That's wonderful to hear about. Everyone does need community. I hope that I can offer that in some, even in a minuscule way. Like, even if this isn't your favorite place to hang out online, even if this is like a place that, you know, you can only drop by like every now and then, like, shit. I hope that I'm at least a positive moment in your day or month or whatever it is. I really hope I can be that. Again, I've been very blessed by all the stuff I've gotten to do. So I root for other people. I really root for other people a lot. All right. I'm trying to think of anything else I had going on that I was going to share. I mean, I put up a new picture here. Loving Deep Spacers. If you're into the game, it's so good. It's been keeping my sanity intact a little bit. I won't even lie. Maybe that's an indication I'm more insane. But holy shit, dude! Like, look at my new outfit. You don't have to pay attention to Zane gripping on me, but like, the new outfit is really it's cute as hell, dude. I just got that the other day. Your streams and it's such a fun game. Your streams and VODs being a few hours of positive vibes for me. I'm so glad to hear that. You've been positive as long as I've known you. I get miserable and critical and condescending and shit, just like anyone else out there. Well, not anybody else out there, but like a lot of multifaceted, mainly normal people. But I really do try to, I don't know. I'm a do no harm, take no shit person. You know, I'm always ready with a sassy retort if I feel like it's necessary, and I strongly defend my boundaries. But overall, I just want to vibe. I want to find peace too. That's the thing. I want everyone to find peace. Everyone deserves peace. If we all find peace, then people don't have to do shitty things to each other. And not in the, like, I miss America and I believe in world peace way, but like in the community level, ground floor, be decent to other human beings, want the best in this humanist, like, humanitarian way. Like, that's what I want for everyone as much as possible. And I want, you know, people to find that love within themselves and that hope within themselves. Such a baddie, and so is your character. Oh my god, thank you. Lads hit me in the feels with one of the scenes I randomly unlocked, and so we're in a fight. Ace, I had to text Ashley the other day because one of the pieces of lore I read made me cry so hard that I had to tell her about it, and she would, oh my god, yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Oh my god. So, ignore Zane, look how pretty I am. Yes. Again, I told you, I'm starting to believe in myself. Yeah, ignore Zane. He's, listen, even though he's a good man, he's still a man. So, just, you know. Raphael's birthday dress is so pretty. It is. You know what pisses me off? I wasn't even going to pull for the current featured card. And then, or featured memory. And then I was like, you know what? I'll be able to save up diamonds quickly enough for the next one. For one that I, like, really want. So, fuck it. I'll just pull. And I've pulled 30 times, and I haven't pulled a single 5-star. I'm really mad. I'm, like, really... I've done 3 10 pulls in a row, and I haven't gotten a single 5-star. So sad. Because I was like, oh, shit, at least I would, like, unlock this cute-ass dress for the scene. Also officially met Silas in the story the other day. I wasn't playing the story mode for a while because I was just enamored with the, like, the deep space orbit stuff and the unicorns operations and whatever the heck. I was doing all the side crap first, but I did finally meet, like, Silas's, like, actual, like, intro event, like, intro cinematic and story event. And okay, the ranking right now, for those of you wondering, I'm so sorry if I am mean about your favorite boy. And I won't spoil as to why, because some people might want to get into this and make their own opinions. I'm an influencer, after all. I don't want to influence your love and deep space opinions. But Zane number 1, Silas number 2. He moved up very quickly after I met him. But Zane is number 1 wife, far and above the rest of them. Silas is a very distant second. Xavier 3, despite the fact that I'm, like, not the biggest fan of his aesthetic, I really just like his attitude and the cute events with him. Raphael 4, Caleb 5. Sorry. Sorry. They dropped a trailer for Silas's new myth where he's a vampire. I know. It's called it, yeah. I mean, I was kind of leaning that way for a while, right? But yeah, that's the locked-in tier list for me. So, Silas the Feral Boy is my favorite. Ashley sent me a text, like, back when she first got me into the game about, like, I just got through the Silas scene, and I was thinking to myself how Silas is a character that was created in a lab specifically for Mika. And I laughed at it at the time, and then I've now gotten to meet Silas so much more. And I'm like, oh god, no, Ashley clocked Mika so hard with this read. Silas was designed by, like, scientists in a lab specifically for Mika. He's such a Mika-coded character, it's so funny. Caleb's my main, I completely understand. I'm so sorry. I'm sure some of his dates are really cute and fun. You know, the plot beats I've gotten to interact with him in, I've been, you know, interesting, and he's fine. Totally normal. About Silas's vampire myth, it's gonna be rough. I'm not spending any money. I'm still a free-to-play player, but I'm gonna be grinding for diamonds. Holy crap. Completely the opposite. I was so into the story, I've been waiting for the past week or so for them to continue it. It's good. It's got better writing than it deserves to have. Again, it could have just been like a 3D space boyfriend Gooner game for the girly pops, and they could have made a ton of money just doing that. But they were like, what if we add like 5 different modes of battle, and like mini games, and also the storyline, and all this, like, these lore entries that are written like really freaking well, and have all these intricate, deep subplots that interweave in these elaborate ways. It's cool. It's actually really cool. But yeah, I'm just so distracted by, like, the stuff I get to actively do, like, you know, fighting battles and reading big lore entries, or doing the audio dates. So I've been very distracted from the main story quest stuff. Can't view Raph in a romantic way because that's my personality. That's fair. And again, I won't say anything else because I don't want to spoil anything for people who want to play it. Oh, good lord. Mins, listen. A lot of people who love Caleb. But he's like a little bit like too cookie cutter for me. I won't lie. He's just like a little bit, I don't know. I'm a big fan of Zane. I was discussing this with Ashley earlier, but the thing that I really like about Zane and Silas a bit is they have a lot of red flags, what appear to be red flags. And you go, ooh, you know, about it. And then you find out as things go on, a lot of the red flags were actually green flags in disguise. And obviously, I will not share which ones are and which ones aren't. But Zane is a guy who every time I interact with him, I go, I could fix this guy. And then it's revealed to me, I never even had to fix him. And that's what I like a lot about him. Also, Glittergoth, when Silas first called my main character that, oh, boy. Y'all think you see me flustered when you give me a lot of money on stream? Love and Deep Space. Whenever I do the Love and Deep Space stream, yeah, the red flags turn pretty pink, truly. Spent money on The Promise and a few of the outfits, but primarily I'm free to play. Yeah, that's right. Also, the microtransactions are... No, never mind. I'm not going to talk about them because I would feel bad if I'm like, yeah, it's this. And then people are like, oh, yeah, you're right. And then got themselves into a microtransaction addiction. Please be very wary when you play any gacha games that have microtransactions. Everybody, that is my PSA. You know, it's okay to gut check yourself if you think that you're maybe getting too invested financially in something. Which is something that has kept me from going bankrupt collecting like Pokemon cards and shit over the years. So I get it. But also, yeah, I mean, if you can be responsible, there's some really cool, like very good deals that if you're like, yeah, I'm just spending a couple bucks like once every few months or something. It's not crazy. Which is surprising because most gacha games I play, it's like, our lowest package starts at $9.99. And I'm like, whew, no. But yeah. I love the humor Zane and Silas have when they subtweet you on moments. Oh my god, Zane's subtweets about me on moments in the game is like my kind of humor. I love it. I love it. It just... it's so fun. It's super fun. I wish Moments was more active. I wish that some of them were more chronically online, so they'd just be like, they would post more, and I could interact with more of the posts. So, the I could fix him dilemma, been there, yeah. So, yeah, Uber, I gotta dive into the other guys. I've been mainly just maining Zane. And that's part of it, too, is I've just intentionally spent the most time getting to know him. But I want to explore everyone else's. Like, whenever there's, like, the special events, like the Neon Nights stuff, I still did the little side quest event quests with everybody. Because I just wanted to. I haven't gotten the chance to play yet, save for the tablet for Love and Deep Space, but I already know Silas is going to be the ruin of me. Silas is for a very specific type of person, and that's all I'll say. He's a real character. Anyway, I gotta get going. I think my brain actively turned off like a while ago. Yeah, I need Silas shitpost. You get what I'm saying, Chaos. I need Silas on there shitposting, like, hilarious, yeah, Tumblr edgelord style stuff. So, aren't they the ones exploring the main character? In some of the dates, yes. I feel like I'm probably that person. Silas is, just watch one of me, like, if Mika does a Love and Deep Space stream, or actually, even if she does, just bring up Silas to her. Just ask her opinions on Silas. You might get spoiled a little bit. But just, yeah. You'll get an education quickly. And you might be able to get, like, a better idea. Is he for you? I just realized I stopped logging in 3 days into the Neon Nights event. I'm kicking myself. It was really cute. It was actually, like, such a cute event. But I get it. A lot of us have been like pretty tight on time. That specific type of person, yeah. Even though I have a main, I love them all. The dynamics of the relationships and lore is so interesting. Yeah, it's lore worth exploring with everybody anyway. So have a good sleep if you can. Thank you, I appreciate that. I'm gonna hopefully conk out here soon, but knowing me and how much trouble I've been having sleeping, nighttime sucks because I think like stuff like this has been really great. Not only did I get to talk really transparently and openly, which was cathartic in some ways, but not like in the parasocial trauma dumpy way. More like I got to get my community up to speed on something without hopefully burdening you as well with anything too heavy. But this is good for my brain. It's a type of socialization. It reminds me community is there. It makes me have even more confidence in the type of space I built online. But also, it's not just sort of the dead quiet of night. And anyone who's gone through grief, again, I only talk about this stuff to try to normalize it. But when it gets quiet and I'm just laying in the dark, maybe looking at my phone screen or something, that's when the shit compounds and it gets really heavy and it's hard for me to sleep. So I'll probably be up for a little while longer if I'm going to be realistic. But Morgan and I have been putting a lot of intention into trying to wind down and get at least situated for bed in a regular way as much as possible. But we'll see. Jonk out. Yeah, I'm going to be... Everyone jonk out. Get crazy out there. Jonk it. Got to stay for a whole stream, didn't fall asleep. Appreciate you. Thank you for hanging out. Sending so much care. Thank you. Thanks for all the kind words, everyone. I'm seeing all these wonderful messages here. Thank you. Yeah, Uber, the soundtrack is really good, or it's really fucking stock music goofy. But the piano stuff is beautiful. A lot of the more melodic songs are really, really pretty. And I actually, before I ever started playing, I listened to the soundtrack online to go to sleep to. It was really nice. So, it's nice hanging out, catching up. Yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you to all the mods who showed up. Thank you to all the regulars who showed up, people who haven't been able to be here for a while showing up. Thank you to those of you who, stop by only occasionally. Y'all are great. Thank you to everyone. No one is left out here. Also, again, this shit is crazy, especially after not working for as long as I did. Y'all did so much tonight, and I'm really grateful for it. We'll get back to 700 subs. I know we will. And I'm going to have lots of stories. I'm going to have lots of cool things that hopefully you feel like continuing to support me through. But please know, I am hyper aware that a majority of people in the world do not get to go, hey, I just lost someone very dear to me. I'm going to go take 3 weeks off. And then other people out of the goodness of their heart go, hey, here's some gas money. Here's some, buy yourself takeout. Here's something to help with bills and rent. You took a huge chunk out of all those things. Thank you so, so much. I'm really grateful. I'm really, really thankful for all of that. I know not everyone has that privilege, so I am going to be fully appreciative whenever I am on the receiving end of anything, like what happened during this stream, what happened while I was offline. I'm going to be gone again for, another week almost out in LA. So thank you for just having
only
faith.
Likes her because she's old. She's probably 20.
Thank you for just having faith in me. That I'm not just, I don't know, gambling with your money or something insane, right? Thank you very much. Another thing, Strix, thank you for the 19-month resub. That's really kind of you. Thank you. Another thing that I'll be doing with some of the money is... Also, let me catch up on some messages here. Slade, thank you for being here. Thank you. You are wonderful. Bats and Coffins, thanks again for all your kind words that you sent on socials. Yeah, Goose, it's great having you. It's so wonderful to have my regulars here. Y'all are so beautiful. You're just fucking beautiful people. Not burdening, good yaps. It was good to see y'all. Thank you, Xander. That's really, thank you for that kindness and that reassurance. Infold related, but the Infinity Nikki update's coming out. Oh my god, I need to get back into it as well. Theme for it sung by Idina Menzel? Adele Dazeem herself? That's awesome. Maybe I'll get back into that game sometime next year or something. Infold has got the juice. I gotta say it. Infold's got the juice. It's so hard to not get addicted to their games. What the hell was I saying a second ago? My brain just, this is just how it's going to be. I'm not going to be able to keep track of anything. I forget the conversation I'm having like partway through it these days, which really kind of sucks, but, oh yeah, what I'm going to be doing. Okay, sorry. I remember. Y'all are good. You don't have to rack your brains on my behalf. Me, beautiful, always. Very much enjoy the vibes today. Sky, thank you for being here for them. Thanks for contributing to them. Yeah, Found Family, Uber, I'm looking forward to soaking up good Found Family time. Even if Ethan and I don't end up hanging out with anyone else, I hope I do because there's so many people I love and who, like, very intimately helped me through a lot of this past year. Like, people who just reached out very regularly and helped me through some very difficult moments during all of this, and I'm just forever grateful to them. Even if I don't, Ethan and I are going to spend like a lot of time just hanging out. And he's, you know, someone who I consider a family member as well. So it's going to be very healing. It's going to be really, really important. This is a very important trip for me. It's very special. So, in the new place now, Strix, let's freaking go. Congrats. I hope I hope you settle in. And I hope that things are awesome for you in the new place. That's great. Good to be here even when you and folks are going through hell. Yeah, thank you, Mins. Keeping track of things is for nerds. True. Yeah. Yeah, Sarah Brightman is yeah, Christine from Phantom of the Opera who sings the Love in Deep Space theme song on the opening screen. Yep. It is really cool, actually. It's a really beautiful song. Wait, the Domino's social media guy crowned Claire Obscure the game of the decade so far? Taste. Absolute taste. I'm going to be using some of the money. Again, just because y'all have... Again, I know I owe no one this. I will reiterate that. Y'all are wonderful. I kind of care even less about the opinions of people online who do not, like, follow me or care about what I'm doing and just stop by to be critical. That doesn't serve me. Constructive criticism was one thing. Just randos online. I'm just so quick with the block button these days on people who are just hateful for no reason or strangely judgmental when they don't know who I am and I don't know who they are. But I do this simply, again, to be transparent because that's important to me, even if it's not important to you. Hope that makes sense. But I will be using some of the money, not to get too, like, you know, heavy here again or anything, but one of my sister's favorite movies and one of the last movies I got to watch with her was the original animated Lilo and Stitch. We didn't even have a chance to watch the new one together because she normally couldn't stay awake long enough to watch, like, movies once things progressed. But we heard also, like, it wasn't really worth checking out compared to the OG. But the original animated Lilo and Stitch is really important, and as someone who, you know, we used to both get really emotional during the scene where Nani sings to Lilo, and they release, because she knows she's saying goodbye to her little sister, and lets the flowers go into the wind. I'm going to be getting one of those flowers tattooed on me at some point. So just a heads up, if you are someone who sent money, you helped create a memorial tattoo for my sister. That is something that's very meaningful to both of us. So thank you so much. Like, truly. It's just a really, really kind of special thing that, like, just parallels a lot of the emotion going through me right now. Thank you. It's beautiful. Thank you. I'm glad people think so. Even if other people don't understand it, it's personally very meaningful to me. So, and it just, thank you. Everyone's so great. You're all so wonderful. I'm gonna get going. I feel my brain actively like shutting down. I know I said that like an hour ago, but like now it's like we've been driving on fumes for a little bit, and we just broke down in the desert. So I have to, I have to go. Y'all are awesome. Thank you for this. More streams soon. Maybe longer, maybe like normal length. We'll see. I'll work up to it. I promise. Girl Week stuff will happen eventually. I'm sorry it didn't get to happen in November. I know you are understanding of that. I know I don't have to apologize, but like I'm also sorry to myself because like I really wanted to get to a lot of these incentives. We'll do a little bit of like Halloween in December kind of stuff. We'll do some horror games. We'll get some of the incentive stuff going, some of the silly things that I owe chat. Do a lot of the cosplay stuff I owe. Whatever I feel up to. Again, thank you for, we are patient creatures. You really are. Thank you for being patient, because I'm not going to have the motivation. I'm not going to have, like, the energy, I'm just not going to have the motivation or the energy a lot of the time. I'm not going to be able to show up 100% all the time. So there are going to be some days where you're like, oh, hey, I thought that you said this Saturday you were going to do this, and I'm going to be like, sorry, got to shelve it. But I am taking care of myself. I'm healing. I'm finding out what grief means to me, and I'm not shying away from it. And you've all made me very, very appreciative of all of the breathing room that you have offered me. Thank you for everything you've done to support what I do. It means the world. It really does. Please get some good rest if you're going to go do that. Thanks for just listening to me yap into a mic for 3 hours. More games soon. More media review. Lots of fun stuff. We'll get back to pet job streams at some point here. Promise. Should be really fun. I should be streaming at least one more time before I go to LA. Could be Sunday, Monday. Could be Sunday or Monday. We'll see how much Morgan and I have to do to prep for our trip. But I'll see you again within the next few days. I think I should be up for it. Thank you. Shit, this community is awesome. Y'all are great. Thank you so much. I know it doesn't ever have to be pointed out, but my goodness, is a streamer who was not around for a long time and just assumed I was going to be streaming to like 12 people. And those 12 of you, I know who you are. You're freaking awesome. But I'm not used to getting over 10 subs in a stream still. So thank you so much. This is outrageous. The tip for the amount for the month is just, I don't know what to say except thank you. Morgan and I had a lot of car troubles this month that y'all know about. Thank you so much for helping us handle a bunch of that stuff. Thank you. Just all the groceries we've bought, the days we can't buy groceries and cook, we've been, getting like some delivery here and there. Whatever it is. Just thank you for being amazing. Also, this one again, I know I don't have to share this stuff, but I want to. I just want to. Those of you who, especially when I first started taking off time, like a month ago, some of my most special memories I got to share with my sister near the end there was she couldn't travel anymore. She was too sick to. But we regularly, she was another person in my life why I love, hearing like Phoebe or whoever talk about like good food they ate and family time they spent together around food. We used to always like meet up, and I don't care what people's judgment is for this chain because this was our special thing. But if we wanted to meet up in person and catch up, we'd go to Olive Garden. And I've shared this with chat before. But those of you who gifted subs while I was gone or tipped me or anything, I went out when she wasn't able to travel, got her favorite meal from Olive Garden, and because she couldn't really use her hands or arms, I got to sit by her bedside and feed it to her and keep asking her, is this good? I'm glad I could get you your favorite, and just chat together and chat about like a lot of the fun moments we had going to Olive Garden or doing stuff like that. I was able to buy her favorite dessert and feed her that. Those were really intimate, very special moments for the both of us, and not having to worry about like, oh, how much is this going to be? Again, a huge privilege I know not everyone gets. So thank you for giving that to me in those moments, those very crucial, special moments. Means a lot. It's really, really great. Just very grateful for all that. Like, thank you. You did that. Like, please, I always say, like, a lot of you doubt yourselves a lot. But if you really, truly give a shit about me in any way, like you indicate you do, please know that me, the person you allegedly give a shit about, is telling you you impacted my life. And that's really special. You've impacted a moment my family and I got to share that was just very important to us. So thank you. Like, truly thank you. Y'all are great. You're just very special people. I'm going to get going. Not really feeling up to picking someone to raid right now, so feel free to drift off wherever you go. Be kind, mindful representatives of this community, as I know you will be. And just thank you. Just thank you for everything. Just, y'all are great. Thank you for the follows, bits, subs, resubs, gifted subs, tips, anything that came through while I was here. That's still coming through. Lullaby, what the heck? Thank you very much for those 5 gifted. That's really, really kind. Thank you. Please have a wonderful night. I hope I can help normalize grief for people. I hope I can normalize feeling the feelings that you experience. Thank you so much for letting me do the same. Y'all are great. It's weird doing my outro again. It just doesn't feel right yet. It doesn't feel real yet. Thank you all, though. Thanks for letting me be awkward on camera as I try to get my bearings again as a content creator with a very public-facing platform. Thanks for the chats. Thanks for the lurks. Thanks for all of your time and your energy. All of your love. It means the world. It really does. Hope you all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever it may be for you. See you again this weekend, okay? Finger hearts as usual. Please take care of yourselves. Y'all got me through this. I hope we can get you through anything. You can get through anything. I believe it. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye. See you around. Thank you so much. Take care of yourselves, please.
Lesbian? The other L word. Lesbians?